Alrighty.
McDonald's that gives a shit about how much they give out. Sometimes you get a mound of, it's like, what the fuck do I need this for?
Got our
course, then there's
coronavirus talk out of the way, and we got our milk talk out of the way, and now it's time for D&D. Everybody's got their leveled up character sheets. You take a moment to look it over, tell me if there's anything wrong with it. So, otherwise, we're going to begin.
It's cool, man.
It's not too bad, actually.
I like that. When that character's been in COVID, I'm 19 years old.
Sounds great.
This is session 36.
36.
Don't have a name for it yet. I name it afterwards.
Is that so enforced?
It is. You never know what you're going to get with these fuck cards. We'll do a quick recap of the last game. Last session. Skyship approaches. An avalanche of rocks slides down the mountain as all move away from the mountain to avoid it. 4 mountain giants come from the mountain and move to attack. 9 opens a dimension door and all escape except Garrett, who remains behind. Then after suffering some hits, he does manage to escape. And they all go to the deck of the skyship. The giants then begin to throw boulders at the skyship, hurting it, bashing into its hull, and a couple bouncing off the inflated balloon, but not puncturing it, luckily. Some of the ropes snap. Then they all decide to go back and fight the giant. The combat results in the protector being destroyed and Basula and Volmir taken prisoner. No one else went to actually engage the giants. They just stood around and tried to remain alive, far away from the prey. 9, Garrett, and Waldor climb rope ladders to the skyship. 0 stays and negotiates a trade with the giants, hostages for food. When he attempts to shadow walk back to the skyship, he fumbles it clumsily and smashes down onto the deck. Volmir and Basula are put in a cage used for animals back at the giant's lair, and they consider their options. During this time, Volmir tells Basula of current events, hopefully remembering everything. The others work on a plan. As the skyship captain says, the giants can't be trusted. 0 once again goes down to the ground and examines the dead giant, and the protector, and then he returns back to the skyship. In the cage at the giant's lair, with seemingly little options, Volmir puts on the crown and gains insight into possible powers that this essence of heaven might have. She starts to sing and the giants become lethargic and still, sitting or laying down. They open the cage and briskly walk away. The captain of the skyship, Raspy, and Garrett talk about how Annam is a giant and the giants will not be trustworthy while their god is not free in this semi-lucid, unconscious, dreaming state. There's a word for when you're like that.
Lethargic.
No, it's
High?
it's close to comatose, but it's like when you don't move but you're still awake.
Cobbish?
Anyway.
Volmir
and Basula are spotted and they rejoin the group on the skyship. The group also attaches the rope to the remains of the protector and haul it away. Skyship flies back to Frunctious Gunyon, seeing the zombie horde and 3 people dressed in gnomish priest garb leading them. They see something creating mud bridges across the river and guess it is the Tunneler, an evil gnome deity of legend. They land in the clearing in front of Annam. They quickly dimension door up to his shoulder. After a few tries, Skin Piercer whispers something to Garrett, and as Volmir sings to wake Annam, Garrett shoves Skin Piercer in his ear, and Annam disappears. And luckily, Ein had prepared for such an eventuality and was able to teleport Volmir and Garrett to the ground before they'd smashed and turned into pulp. The eternal viewing place becomes visible, miles and miles wide in the sky, and pieces of it start to fall. The group decides to take cover in the secret tunnel that was behind Annam's heel. The wall door is hit by falling debris. Luckily, he is spotted by Garrett, who goes back to rescue him and drags him into the tunnel. Zero heals him, and that's where we stopped. So, Savage 6. The tunnel lays before you, the outside lays before you. What would you like to do?
Kill more gods.
Just want to finally get done away with that one. Or are we?
Sound of falling debris echoes in the tunnel.
So the idea is we take the crown to him, Forsooth, and get
He's
the
dead.
weapon.
He's dead.
But as the priest just stated, he's probably dead, and his realm is collapsing. What the fuck are we supposed to do now?
Hey,
Remember, I looked at the map. The weapon's still inside here.
Then let's fucking go.
At least the ship falling might stop the undead horde.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It probably.
At least waylay still out of it.
I think there's still too many for us.
There's probably enough though now that the protector can go. Oh wait.
That's right. Yeah, didn't have a chance to restore the protection. Or his life was cut so short.
He helped a lot though.
Well, we used the tool while we could, and then it broke.
That'll be around.
Well, let's hope there's some way to fix it.
That'll be around next time we come.
I can't make my head and tails though. It's just stone to me. That's all it looks like. That's all it appears to be. Had to be some magically imbued with something. I don't know if I had a chance to say it, but I did look at it. And I have no clue. It had to be, I mean, magic made this thing work. It wasn't mechanical in any way that I could see. It's stone that became living, and then now it's not.
All I know is I hope I don't have more dreams of it.
Yeah. Let's see.
So, what's your friend think about his snack? What does your friend think about his dinner?
Oh, lovely. Once more.
Oh, he just had a nod.
He just had a 10-course meal for a king.
Just telling you.
He had a buffet. He had a buffet.
Meals like that
What's
don't
a
come
buffet?
around that often. I hope you know.
Yeah.
It's a buffet.
He
I
had a
think-
little bit
I
of
think what part of the
everything.
problem is he feels my feelings about wanting to be gone and move on to get this done.
A strange sound comes from the mouth of the cave, mouth of the tunnel.
I look.
We're in the tunnel.
You are right there in the tunnel.
Jeez.
Because it's
You
falling
see,
glass inside.
you see
That's going to be a hell of a
a
pickup
many-
job for that glass. That's it.
many different shapes and sizes. Some singles, some doubles, some large, and several being destroyed as many Ganamis are attempting to escape through any means necessary.
Coming into the tunnel or out of the tunnel?
End of the tunnel.
In the sky. They are in their little flying machines, or big flying machines, or whatever, and occasionally it's like...
From the glass falling.
So...
Well, that's all
They should have stayed underground.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, I thought they're all, you know, to the bar.
Let's go.
Ain't nothing we can do.
I agree.
Well, obviously not all of them are...
Crashing.
I mean, there was a lot of Ganamis to be spread about in multitudes of ways of destruction. So,
I like how they just kind of...
just so happens these are the ones you can see from the mouth of the tunnel. You look up and you're like, what the...
Well...
Uh-oh.
They should have been smarter.
Couple, some of them seem like the single serve ones. They're like doing this, and yeah, that's pretty cool. And you got others that are upside down, and he's like doing this, and he's able to avoid. It's amazing. It's a really good pilot. Others not so much. Like over on the left, you look over and you see a big one that's, and you think, they're all jumping off like it's unfortunately 9/11.
That one's name
No,
is
no,
Sky
it's like
Kid
the
in water.
Hindenburg fucking crash.
I mean, there's things that are, yeah, it's not good.
So
As I said
It
in
was
the previous
this way?
game,
Yeah,
a
let's-
catastrophe.
Let's move on.
Look at all the Ganami you're killing. As a result of your act.
Let's go.
I don't know. The god
I start
asked
walking.
for it, so as soon as
Where you go?
so,
Deeper into the cave.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you've been in this tunnel
Yeah.
at least twice, I think.
Hey, I
it's
wonder
been a
if
few
this
You've
will
been there
be.
several times too.
Yeah, I wonder if this will be quicker this time since there won't be anybody possibly controlling the moving around. And,
So you all decide to move.
yeah, let's try to make this quick.
Okay. Occasionally you hear a thudding sound from the roof, and a little bit of dust comes down. And
Big piece of
it's dark in there, so if any of you have light sources, you
Still have
might
torches.
need it.
We still got our lantern
Yeah. lantern.
Lamps, yeah.
and candles.
So you take a brief moment to light those up, and so you have a lantern, and does anyone else?
I do, but I'm.
We're close enough together that it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
a
I was
deal.
gonna say I'm gonna. I probably had the book out now and then was
Yeah.
looking, so I'd rather not have to have something burning when I hold the book.
So,
It's a two-hand job.
in this quiet tunnel, as you're walking, you're hearing occasional thuds above, and your footfalls and whatever. But then you hear you remember the sound that was heard whenever you put the spear in the ear, and I said it sounded like a glass breaking or whatever.
Yeah.
That exact, almost same sound, but not as loud, comes from him.
I look at him. Brother?
I don't know what that sound was. Do I?
I mean, only what I've
I
described.
heard something
But
that
you know,
sounded like it came from me.
Yeah, it came from you.
I mean, I didn't
Is
speak
the
it.
stone?
This
Is the
Check,
stone
look at the
broke?
stone. Look at the stone.
Yeah, you reach in there and it's like you feel crumbles.
Uh-oh. Stone's crumbled up. I keep it in the pocket where it's all one piece, or together anyway.
Can you
I
read
look
the
at the
book
book.
now?
Yeah, I looked at the book. I had the book out. So what do I see now in the book? Can I?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you remember, but as you skim through it, you know.
Well, I'm looking at the map.
You
That's what I'm
can't.
looking at.
Right.
I'm looking for the. It's
That
here.
map. That map shows what it showed before.
Okay.
You just can't read anything.
Yeah, I can't read anything in there.
Well, shit.
I couldn't read it to begin with.
Well, I can help out,
I
but
couldn't read it to begin with.
Tie a couple together.
I don't know what you were doing, but if it's some kind of weird Swedish muscle game, you need to stop.
Wow, over 1 foot long. duh, that's considerable longer than that.
That could be one of your new creatures.
That's a heck of a rope use right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope so.
Okay. So you guys keep going, or?
Yeah.
Nice. You got food in your hand. Roll a d12.
2.
Oh. Close, but no cigar. Alright, so you come up, wind slightly, and then curves a little bit to the left, and then you come to this place here that you've already been to. You know there's a secret door there. Open it. And now you're in that round room, and a little glowing ball, translucent, forms at the top, and you see this room exactly like you would expect it to look.
This one had the smoke in it?
Nope. This is one that has the circle in the floor and the
Okay.
strange rooms that
It's got a ways to go. Yeah, maybe. Smiling, you want some?
Yes, Daddy. Oh, rat! Did you see that shit?
Perfect for the bedpost.
Yes, Daddy.
Honestly, if she didn't say it, I was, so...
No, I expected from you.
He knows me too well. Ready? Are we going up, or are we gonna...
Gonna go?
Yeah, I'm still pretty low on everything, so let's hope we don't get into a fight.
you guys hear what can only be some economy speech coming from behind you. Not close though, like it's farther away. As if maybe some other people have found this place in their attempt to escape the calamity.
Well, I step into the circle and in Adam's name, we raise our eyes to the sky.
Oh, you're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Next, I do the same.
I do the same as well.
I follow.
Alright. And you all appear when you're expecting to appear in a place with no walls or no landmarks of any kind. Apparently the
Facade.
illusory properties of this place have gone away because you see a wall, 4 walls and a door
That's pretty good.
and a ceiling and a floor.
Uh-oh, water membrane.
You're not on call, are you? Alright.
He's the guy on call ain't there. He's got coronavirus.
Right. Where's the point to, brother?
I assume it shows it up ahead somewhere.
It sure does.
Yeah, it always shows it up ahead somewhere.
I open the door.
Alright.
Start walking.
Okay.
I blow. Since there's light, I blow out the candle or the lantern and stow it.
Okay.
Kids gotta run sometime, right?
Why with him?
Or water at the school.
Tell him it's not important. It's not going to be open next week.
Welly Wellington. Roll the D8.
Should have had a D8.
4. Alright. You guys set off once again. The floor and the walls and the ceiling in this area appear to be very similar to what you remember. And you walk for quite a ways.
Is there anything that we can hear our footsteps?
Occasionally you'll hear something underfoot at random times, and sometimes it's a creaking, sometimes it's a snapping, sometimes it's a tapping. And you realize as you continue to walk that you're all starting to get tired.
Do I have read languages?
I don't know, do you?
It's on my list, but
What's it
Well,
say?
what does it say on the
common
bottom?
For, uncommon for?
very rare spell, but it's part of divination, which is one of my spheres.
Is it on your list?
The first one you printed up, yes. But you revised list where you got rid of all the extra spells. No.
Okay. I'll say yeah.
Okay.
I also need to, well, that's okay. Alright, so, do you wish to continue on in the tired state, or do you wish to do something different?
I'm gonna stop.
Okay. There's one of the multitude of rooms and or hallways you can make camp in.
Room.
How long we stopping for?
Get some sleep.
We definitely better be on watch. I don't know if this whole place is coming down or if it's just
This
the
place, I think,
facade.
no, I think this place is somewhere else. I think we're safe.
I
here.
think it is too.
But the
I-
problem is all the things that Forsooth kept in check are now to their own device.
Maybe.
So
All I know is if we find another fucking turtle, I'm gonna talk to him.
I'm gonna find a room.
No, you had a pet. I want a pet.
You find a 30
Shit,
by
you
30
can't talk to
room down a short hallway that appears to be
Well, she's
not have been in
Vice
any
River
kind of
had
use
alcohol.
anytime recently. There's no obvious signs of habitation or anything going on in here.
Perfect.
I can.
There's no doorway though. It's open.
I can read that stuff for short durations.
How?
You think there's a hidden?
Well, let me
What do you mean? Why
rephrase
can't
that.
you read? I thought you said you couldn't read.
Let me rephrase that. If I can cast prayer still, I can read that for short duration.
Oh, so if you can still cast stuff from a god that we just murdered, is what you're saying?
You know, his body's gone, but that doesn't
Excuse
mean
me.
he's gone. I don't know, I guess.
We lay to rest like he asked of us.
I never heard anybody ask me that. Just for the record.
Didn't murdering.
We
Well,
laid
he
him to
clearly
rest like
asked
he
us
asked
to-
of us.
Nobody ever asked me shit. That's
Do you want to be murdered?
no. Nobody asked me.
You said
Nobody
asked.
Nobody said please murder me.
Yeah,
I
he
never
did.
heard it. I never heard it.
He sent us the dream and it said,
I never heard it.
laid us.
Tell us about it.
You're weird. The rest of us had the fucking.
Not everybody did.
The rest of us.
Not everybody. That's
Fine.
fine.
Find a place to shelter down. I'll get the first watch.
Y'all told me about it.
Alright, so
Hey, this room looks familiar.
if any of you would like to be in any specific place, please
Hey, look! I shit in that
I'm
corner
gonna
before.
go
put
to
This
yourselves
room is
or tell
familiar.
me where you would like to be, or
Like,
That's
whatever.
the room we were in last time.
The opening.
You'd like to be just here or up here?
No,
or
no, just inside.
like that? Okay. Anybody else have anything specific?
I'll be in this corner.
I'll be in the next one.
I can stay right where I'm at.
I'm
What about you? Any particular place you want to be in this room? It's very nondescript.
The back right corner. That one, yeah.
his right.
Alright. Okay. So,
That way when the stuff comes down the corner.
Is anyone staying up or doing watches? Or does everyone go to sleep?
I say,
First
Garrett,
watch.
once when you're done, grab me.
And then I'll go.
Alright.
Don't you need to sleep?
I'll be fine.
But you had no power left.
Yeah, but I can rejuvenate.
Alright.
I'm still fully aware of everything that's going on.
And you guys let me know when you go to sleep, otherwise keep role playing.
I'm going to sleep already.
Okay. There you go, bam.
Put me out too.
Okay.
Wake me up when you're done with your first.
Down
I'll
to the count.
And I...
Alright. Oh, you got flicked.
Why'd you do that?
Okay. So you're taking first watch. Now, well, let's see. First of all, roll me a d8 there, Slam Uncle.
Slam Winkle.
5. And you're no good at this.
That's a gay sex club name, Slam Winkle.
If you say so, I don't know. Let's see here. Okay.
So now we know what Sean does in his free time.
He walks in and goes,
German.
Slam Winkle! Like Norm
German
on
porn
Cheers.
sites.
Norm!
Except in German, it's Stocklugendtag.
That's what they call Dan at the same pub.
When you cough that up, do you spit it out?
It's not that harsh of a language.
Sounded like
That's
Klingon.
everybody hate on German so hard.
Dude, I am German.
So am I, and I've taken the language. And I
So
love
speak
the
something in
language.
German.
Ready for this?
Come on,
Look,
pussy.
see, I'm
Gay douchen.
Gay douchen.
It is actually. It is
Gee,
actually.
gay douche, I can
It's
say
a
that.
command. It's actually a command.
Yeah,
telling me to be gay and
No.
like, what are you trying to say?
It's
What
a
it means to
command
drink-
for our gay lovers.
No.
Yes.
It
I'm telling you,
means
you
go
need to douche
shower.
a little bit more
It
often.
means go shower is what it
Douche,
means.
well, that makes sense.
It's actually what it fucking
God, you
means.
ain't gotta
It means
call
go-
names,
Go
jeez.
douche.
shower.
Get douche.
And that's synonymous
Have you
with
gay
drop
douche
the soap, right?
Have you
I
gay
have to
douche
say
in
that one because it's the funniest.
Mm-hmm.
Love this baby.
Okay. So,
Cloud's done with us.
who's this? Who do you wake up? Him? Okay. And sounds good.
Alright.
Anyone
so
else want to do a watch, or is that it?
I'm just keeping it, just to let you know, when I'm on watch, I sit, I'm kind of how Garrett is in terms of, and I rejuvenate during it. But still being aware of my surroundings, I can still see if anything happens. So, just making that clear.
You need to make your proficiency check.
Oh, okay then. I did not.
Okay.
So I simply
There's something in this
I
place
can't
that is.
focus.
You're. Yeah. It's like.
Then I just rest normally. Well, not rest, but I don't do anything. I just sit and watch.
Okay. Is anyone else doing a watch, or is that it?
Yeah, I'm going after
You're
her.
gonna. Okay. You wake her up after a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So not knowing the time or the sunrise or sunset, you guys tell me if you do anything before you keep moving on.
How many days has it
A
been?
million.
No.
I'll wait for her
no,
to do.
no. How many days has it been to when we entered this? Because I have an ongoing spell that has
Entered this.
the cave, the secret passage.
We just went in and then
You
we
would.
just rested.
You would assume.
Since the last time we were here.
Oh, that's a little more information.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the kind of thing you need to keep track of, not me. Who are you asking? How would you find this out?
No. Well, I was thinking, from what I understand, it's been 3, but you didn't really tell us how long we were out in the desert area.
I didn't.
So, alright.
you can certainly inform me of the duration of your spell, and I can tell you if it's still going on or not. And you can also tell me what the spell was. Wasn't it something like you don't need to sleep?
Yeah, or eat.
Here, I'll hand it to her.
It lasts 12 days, and it was Iron
Yeah.
Vigil.
Yeah, your spell is still going.
How many PSPs?
It depends on how long you want to be asleep or how long you want to rest. There's no way of telling time here.
Okay,
So
so
that's why I said it's totally open-ended. You guys can say, whenever I feel like I'm totally rested, I make it known that I'm ready to go. It's not going to change.
so when I wake up,
The only thing I need to tell you is when you're hungry and when you get tired.
so when I first feel the stirrings of wakeness, I look over at Garrett. Is he awake?
I assume so.
Should I continue to try and rest to make sure I'm full, or
Do that. Is the priest awake yet?
Have I awakened yet on my own?
You have?
Okay. I immediately go pray.
I'm gonna do my thing while he's praying.
Hopefully.
You will need to send me your default list as well as if it changes what it is on that particular day. Did you get a text from me?
Wait, are you actually? Yes.
Yeah, it's got a hole in it.
I do that with sour straws.
With what straw?
Sour straws.
Oh god, I love sour straws. I love sour things in general.
I haven't changed the flavor, but this doesn't really change it. Doesn't dissolve yet.
Oh.
So should I go ahead and try to roll again for rejuvenate?
Is that work?
Got a hole in it.
Yes. Failed again?
Yeah.
Well, you got 6 hours of sleep.
Okay, and
So whatever you get for sleeping is you can
and
add
then for the time that I was on watch, was that 3 hours?
that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's that and
I
that.
have to bite down
But
But
first.
you were on guard, right? You get anything for that?
She says rest is half. It's
Yeah, I know. That's why technically I do have to go to the rule book on this. So let me pull up the thing.
And is anyone else doing anything that I need to be aware of?
No,
Talking
I assume there's no light coming from the outside, no sun that I can get the new vision for. And I ain't doing shit. And do we hear, since we went up into the eye thing, you know, have we ever heard anything hitting the ceiling anymore?
No, as I described, you're hearing things under the floor.
Oh,
So-
no, oh, okay.
Fighting, running, digging ditches, walking while encumbered, climbing a rope, scaling a mountain, exploring a dungeon, swimming, and any other activity that the DM wants to include. So, we weren't exploring a dungeon because we were in one room just resting. But if you want to say on guard is part of the any other activity, then that would be considered hard exertion. Otherwise,
There's
it's
no way it was hard exertion.
If he's just sitting there
if
doing
there was
nothing,
walking,
someone
writing,
walk up.
sitting, resting, or reading.
What's the lowest one? That one you just read?
So walking, writing is 3 per hour. Sitting, resting, reading is 6 per hour. And then there's rejuvenating or sleeping, which is the maximum 12 per hour.
I see. So the lowest one is 3,
Yes.
which is what?
It says walking, writing is examples that it gives.
Alright.
Sitting,
So
resting,
go up to the next one.
sitting, resting, reading.
Yeah.
It's 3, 6,
Do that
12.
one.
Okay.
Oh, that's-
So that's the one that I was doing.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm at that.
Did you say you had something?
I was talking to Maddie. I'm just
Okay.
being your mom.
Okay.
You talking about spear? Fucking how'd you know? Put it in his ear. Genius.
So seeing as I can't focus again, I'm just gonna
I remember
sit down, relax, lean against the wall.
doing a diagnostic
Do
on it
nothing.
before.
Mm-hmm.
But was I able to tell you how far along pregnant you were?
Mm-mm.
Was I not able to tell it, or did I not tell you?
You just knew that I was pregnant.
You mind if we're doing our diagnostic?
So every night I sleep, I get 56 hit points back?
But
You get one.
I don't know what it's gonna do this time.
I'm curious.
Anybody that's missing a hit point, you get one back, by the way.
I'm going to perform a diagnostic on her.
Okay.
Might ask you to move something. We'll do it in a corner somewhere.
I should be tip top. Oh, there.
I'm gonna roll D3.
At this point, it's not time intensive,
Okay.
so
I rolled 18 plus 18, so I'm just making sure she's healthy, everything's good. I know I can't tell anything about the baby other than it's alive. How can I, do I have any way of telling perhaps how far along she is?
what does it say in the proficiency description?
Doesn't say anything about pregnancy. That's why I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be up for you to make that decision because of that.
Okay.
Does it tell the sex?
No, I actually have a gold ring that's spinning
Well,
on.
I had that dream and it was a boy.
She probably has a better idea of that. Do you want to read the thing? Just to
question.
see what it says?
How many limbs do you feel poking?
No, if it doesn't
This
say,
section right here.
if it doesn't say anything about,
I mean, it doesn't say a lot of things about a lot of things.
It's true.
I can tell if she got disease or what caused it or, a variety of things like that. I don't know, am I capable of telling about how long she is into her pregnancy?
There's a parasite in my stomach sucking the life out of me.
I'd say,
I mean,
I don't know. It tells me shit that I shouldn't know unless I'm a doctor,
I'd
so
say,
it's got some sort of...
I'd say, if she was human, you would probably guess she's 6 or 7 months, but she's not, so your best guess is you're not sure.
If you're a human, you'd be pretty close. But
how long?
I don't know, being an
How
elf,
long does a human?
9 months-ish. If they make it that term. A lot of them die before they come out.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
It's rough,
I mean, and twins is... We were lucky, really.
There's a lot of times mom don't make it. I mean, that's just the way the world is. But I don't know
In these dark and dreary
with an elf how
times.
much longer or
My
shorter
parents
that
didn't
might
have
be.
any kids that lived.
So
I know that when it comes time,
I go,
are you you're within that month? You
That's what the
really are
Nightmare
lethargic and
Squirrel
don't want to move around, and you'd rather be laying in bed. A lot of women aren't up and around doing anything at that point. So, do you feel that way yet?
so nesting. Not yet.
Then you're probably at least a month or two away, at least.
I just
Other than that, she looks healthy in every other way.
Yeah, unless you've taken some damage, in which case you would show
Yeah.
signs of that. I don't know what your current status is on
What's
your
your-
It wasn't.
HP.
Minimal bruising.
Maybe a scrape. That's it.
Very good.
Yeah, if you're interested and we still know each other after you had a baby, I can make you virgin again.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, it's not a problem. It's fairly simple.
That'd be neat.
I don't want to try it with the baby in there though, because I'm not sure what that'll do.
Do the thing. Just go with something. Yeah, fuck it.
let me out.
Because I don't know what.
I can put my
It's gonna do
services to
something
use for a
else.
king back home somewhere.
Yeah, you
How many
could.
virgins you want, sir? Yes, sir.
Brother, that's what we should do. We should just go be service to the king and heal people.
Healing the hen is pretty simple for me. It's a simple, easy, small task.
Go around to a farmer or a merchant. Oh, merchants are really good. Has your daughter been deflowered? Well, have I got a deal for you?
Why'd you single out merchants there, brother?
Because they're rich and they travel a
Not
lot.
necessarily.
A lot of them are.
Technically, our parents are merchants. Technically. I mean, they're farmers, but they sell their merchandise in these big towns. That's what I don't know.
Oh no. Yes, a lot of stuff happened to you in that cast.
This works really well, actually.
Hey, that eerie music coming from the hall went away.
Yeah.
Just faded into.
It's faded into nothing. So I bought this thing online. It's really fucking cool. You go somewhere where you just want to pester the fuck out of somebody. I got 3 different versions. I've got one that's a cricket. It's a flat piece of, it looks like a napkin, right? And you pull a little thing off the battery and you just walk away. At random intervals for 12 hours and make the cricket sound. I have one that's a little like baby cat. Yeah, it just makes a weird little meow. It's like you wait and you won't hear it again until you're unaware. And one's a phone vibration.
I would hate
What the
that
fuck?
one.
Yeah, you'd be wanting.
It's.
I can't wait to
You
use
know what I
it
still
somewhere.
think about every once in a while?
But
Those fucking horns that you saw, that you showed me. The car horns on the website.
I have one on my car. I have the Godzilla one on my car now.
Dude, I want that one. That's the
So
one I
awesome.
want.
I just wish it was louder.
Oh, really? It's not?
Well, no, I just wish it was louder. Godzilla's a lot louder in the car. But
Yeah,
I have
anything
Godzilla,
else
and I
today?
have another horn too that I don't have.
We're waiting on...
Yeah, he's gonna. I don't know how long he's got, but
Oh,
he's deep in thought.
Alright, well,
Then...
while he's doing that,
Do you think we could teleport to somewhere where there's light and come back without it being an issue? I don't know exactly where we are is the problem.
Neither
Do
do
you have
I.
an idea? No.
I'd be willing to try it once we're like...
Well, I wouldn't want to. I mean, you have more experience than me than this, but don't you kind of need to know how far you're going to travel, or?
You just need to know your destination.
But don't you need to know where you're at?
As long as you have your destination, you just kind of... The difficulty kind of just happens based on how far it is. From everything that I've ever done, as long as I know my destination, I just focus, and depending on how well focused I am, I can get there or not. So far, I've really never not been able to get there. I think it's happened a couple times, like once or twice, but it wasn't because...
I wonder if I use no course on the object we're looking for. You know what? Oh, we haven't seen the object, so I can't do that.
Alright, here you
Well,
go,
we
Kyle.
did kind of see it. He showed the picture.
Did he?
He
He did. The little bow and arrow.
Yeah, it's a bow. It's what we saw.
I'd like to try a couple things when you get a chance, sir.
Gary. You
and then
heard it.
there's
Yeah.
2 that you haven't picked yet, apparently.
No. It's just et cetera, et cetera. Same
That's
thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that,
It sounded like someone farted.
Oh, who parted? What?
And if I didn't pick
good
them,
one,
I
too.
wouldn't get to use them then, right?
Oh, yeah. The rattling one.
So after that night, do we have access to our niche unit?
Yes.
Okay. So they all feel a little different.
Kyle, let me know when I can do something. Before we leave, I want to do something.
Well, now would be the time, I guess.
Alright, I'm gonna try, and this is shot in the dark, I understand, but remember when he showed us the bow, the weapon we're looking for? It was appeared, I don't know.
And the puff of and the...
You know, he showed it to us. I'm gonna try and do environment on it. Having seen it, I'm gonna see if I can do environment on it, and maybe it'll give us a clue as to where it's sitting. I mean, in the room or whatever, you know, I don't know. I have no idea if this works, but I'm gonna try. So, I am remembering the picture, the vision he showed us or whatever, it appeared next to him. I am looking at the lines on it, the way it was sitting, the way it was... What is that background like? Like a boat.
It's abandoned castle.
Okay, that makes sense.
I get it.
I'm picturing the whole thing, and then I'm picturing as if I'm it, like I'm melded with it, and then if I open my eyes, I'm it looking out at what is in front of me in the room that I'm sitting in. How's that for description?
Pretty good. You may roll with advantage. If you'd like.
Cool. 'Cause
Are there any other parameters? Pick that up. Are there any other parameters, like no distance
it's a
or
snapshot. No,
planes or anything? Okay.
it's a snapshot. I mean, it's there's no.
All right.
My second one was good.
All right. Okay, so your snapshot would be the sound is what you're hearing now.
Somebody
The
farted.
sight would be
I don't think I get sound. It's a visual, olfactory, or oral and temperature. Because it's just like a picture, so I wouldn't hear anything.
well, oral is sound.
Aural, it's a A-U-R-A-L. Does that sound? I thought it was. Okay. Picture with sound. Well, at least we know it's in here.
I don't know.
I didn't
what
think
I'm
it was,
talking
but I
about.
don't know.
That's why we have superphones.
Yeah.
Superphone.
Leave me alone. You use your phone so much.
Oral,
it's every-
relating to the ear or the sense of hearing.
Okay.
Information held in written, oral, or database form. No. The smell part is the same as what you're smelling now. The vision part is you look out and you get a brief snapshot of mounds and mounds of broken clockwork, and some things that are turning and some things that are not turning, and smoke and twisted metal.
When you say broken clockwork, you mean like gears and stuff like that?
I do.
Okay.
Say, if he says fucking weapons, it's like, fuck, we know where that is!
Right? You didn't say any weapons, right?
I didn't.
I don't see any other weapon, not another single weapon there. Like, I remember him offering us whatever of those weapons we wanted, so I'm thinking, well, he's got the other one there too. So I don't see anything else. As I scrutinized the photo, I don't see anything else that might indicate the other weapon, which I'm thinking to be maybe a sword of some
I'll
sort.
tell you what though, make me a perception check. Maybe you'll glean something that isn't easily found.
2033.
33. The only thing that would be extra would be there's a little bit of moisture that this thing is you're sitting in, and there appears to be a different type of light source illuminating the pictures.
And there are no windows that can be seen?
Nope.
No torches that can be seen? Just that eerie, everything's lit type thing, like we see often in these places?
As I said, it looks
Yeah.
different than this.
Then where we're at
right
now.
here.
Where we're at, don't we need torches? Lamps?
There's those luminescent
And where we're
glowing
at now,
balls
okay.
everywhere.
Okay, that's right, I remember. Okay. I tell everybody what I have seen as I'm seeing it in the picture. Okay, now based on that, since that worked, first I'm going to do no direction, see if that works. It's basically just going to tell me where north is. I don't know how to describe how I do that. How do you become a compass? I'm good. Without seeing him do that, I was just thinking about that. I am so indescriptible. I start to sense the magnetic pull of Skell and the atmosphere around it, and I turn my body left and right as if I'm searching for the direction the pull is the greatest until I find a direction which should be due north as the pull would be greatest. I honestly can't think of a better way to describe that without adding a lot more that ain't really there. Is that good enough for that? I mean, it's such a basic thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
just regular chances.
I mean, just out of curiosity, how would you better describe that? I mean, you see what the description is very short. It's a sentence. I mean, I can't think of.
All right, that's fine.
I'm curious to know how you would better do it. Honestly,
And this just came to me. I would say, I think back to when I was a kid, and my father explained to me. He told me what those lights in the sky were. He said those were the spirits of our ancestors. And he said the ones that we as a people always followed was that one because it always stayed in the same place. It was the center of our mythos. And we called it north because that's what that's where we go when we die.
but being inside, I can't use anything from the outside sky. So
No, but you're visualizing that in your mind.
I got you. I see what you're saying.
I just made that up. You can,
Well, no,
you can
it's-
make up whatever you want.
No, it's just
I was
like
trying not to be too
lot
making
of-
something up that much when it's
Yeah.
something that's such a
A
low
lot of-
descript type thing. You know, it's like that's north. You know, it's. But that, no,
Some
that's
things
fine.
are easier
I like
than
what you
others.
had to
That's
say.
all I can tell
Yeah,
you.
I
Yeah.
agree.
like a lot of the stuff why I have difficulties. I don't know how I
I'm
would
fine.
explain it without the
It's only
whole.
122.
Because some of the stuff, like the stuff we're not supposed to know, we don't know what a cell is. We don't know, you know.
But you
A
can
lot of
describe.
this-
But you can describe the effects.
Yeah.
Without describing the science.
hmm And I guess it's
You
hard
can describe
for
the
me-
faith
yeah.
without having the
Yeah.
experiments to back it up.
I guess it's just kind of hard for me to kind of devolve my mind to that. So
That
it's
would
something
make
I'm
sense.
working
You
on.
weren't raised in
Yeah.
So do
a less
I
enlightened era.
have a clue as to which way is
Well,
north?
if you made your roll, then yeah, north is that way.
Okay.
I turn around.
So as you look, it appears like, according to what you're looking at on the map and looking at what you know as north, it appears like you're moving east.
Okay.
I turn around out of the corner. So we have an obstacle. I don't think my God's completely gone, but I do think that some kind of connection's been broken to him.
What's the obstacle?
I guess
You
he's
can't
no
get in
longer-
there. Are you able to?
I can
pray for
receive
yourself?
stuff, but I have to like literally call out specifically right now what I was wanting, what I was asking for, and that's what I get for the day.
I don't understand what you mean.
So before I had a long list of things I can ask for just out of like the spare of the moment. Now I'm having to call those like individual things out now.
Like in advance, you have
Yeah.
to, if you plan to do this today, you need to already have like studied for that today.
So
I
what I
see.
call upon right now is what I have.
Well, that seems pretty restrictive for you. That's gonna suck, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess, I don't know, maybe it'll change when we leave here.
So have you prepared for today then?
Yeah, I called out for certain things.
Can I ask what you called out for since this is now
Did
planned?
you keep a copy of what you gave me?
Yes.
Okay.
So, having talked last night, I figured it would be good if I could read the book at least once a day, or something to that effect. So I can read languages that I normally can't read. Well, for that matter, I can't read, period. So the fact that I can read anything is...
So you Okay, so you're going to cast something that's going to allow you to read.
Right.
Okay.
I can read languages of any kind as long as they ain't like a spell book or something like that. I can.
Yeah, that's fine. Just tell me
Call
when we have
for-
downtime you want to do it. That's
You
fine.
know, I can call forth. I can see magic, and then I can heal. You know, light wounds or like minor things 3 times. I took a little bit better version of that twice, and then I thought maybe being able to hold something and that heat metal thing that I used would be nice. And then if we kill something, I can call it back for it under my command.
Okay, like you did the stealth ones once. I think.
We didn't do that either.
Oh, your characters.
But I
Different evil priest, sir.
Yeah.
Just remember you doing it that one time.
No. That was
Saturday.
that was on that was the Saturday.
That's why I said I just remember you doing it once before.
So
Okay. Well, the book don't say much. It's really what it was before is it would ask us to tell it what we wanted, and then we tell it the next thing we want, and then, which we may need you to communicate that. I don't know.
I can't do that.
Well, okay. Well,
I
I
can
don't know. I guess
read.
we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. And then it shows us the map, which we apparently don't need the stone for. That's all we really do with this book. It flips around where it wants to based on when it asks us and what we tell it. That's my knowledge of having had the book, which I could read.
Maybe hopefully I'll understand any language we throw at it. Or
Hopefully, I don't know.
I don't know. So Kyle, I'm looking back, thinking. When he called into the book, did that language sound familiar to me, or was it something I didn't know?
If I had my hand on the stone, you understood what I said.
Oh,
Everybody understands me, and I understand everybody when I had the stone. So it wasn't I was using this language. Everything understood me, and I understood everything. Whoever was holding the stone. So you would have heard whatever I speak to you
so
normally.
when he was calling out to the book, did you hear it in Elven? Did you guys hear it in Common?
They
I
would
was
have.
part of it.
Everybody would have understood it, regardless of what it was
Right,
spoken.
right.
Well, it doesn't matter.
But
because
some of
you
us can
understand
speak more than one language, so do we hear it in both languages at once, or did we hear
It
it?
doesn't matter because it
It might,
we
That's
because-
the
understand
DM
it.
question.
Yeah, he's the one that's going to go in.
That's the DM question.
The only thing I can say is if someone is speaking with and they're using the translator stone, the person that hears it in their native tongue.
Okay.
So, see, here's what I'm trying to get at, is I'm from the past, your past. So if that was something that was created from like back in this time, maybe my language is something it was originally.
It's magical.
I know.
It doesn't matter the language. It could be outer plane demon. It's still everything that hears it understands it.
No.
Here's-
I'm not. No, you were using the stone
Yeah.
to communicate. I'm talking about the book itself.
Oh, I don't know. We need
Book was from the same
initially
time.
we needed the stone to understand the book.
Here's-
Haven't done it the other way yet.
Let me
so-
explain this to you.
I was just thinking that possibly, one of our languages might work
Hold
on
on.
It didn't have been
When I
before.
first-
so.
When we were first given this task, we were led
into a
one of our
right. You said you were taken
our
to a
professor-
library.
Not necessarily. He said
Oh.
that kind of, but not really. He led us to a place at his study area and said that he had found this book with this stone with it from a monastery that was underneath the castle, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
Somewhere down
And
there.
it was from way, a very long time ago.
I remember that,
Yeah,
you telling me, and I understand
parents-
it, but what I was thinking was maybe, hopefully,
We don't know.
somebody
We don't
created
know.
the stone to try to read the
Well,
book.
I don't know.
Yeah, either that or they
Hopefully,
knew what they
you know,
needed to read the book.
But since I'm from way in the past, in the,
You don't know where you're from when we're from.
right.
We don't
but-
know how
but-
everything lines up.
Personally,
Well, I
I think
understand, I was kind of
he's
hoping.
from a whole different universe.
Why
Well,
don't we find
actually,
the
I
guy
was
that
hoping-
wrote the book and just ask him if he's got another stone.
Yeah.
Initially, what I was hoping is that
Go back to
you
making
guys'
a stick.
thing was built upon the ruins of my time.
That's what
We don't
my
need
current
splitters.
belief is
And-
that we're
and
all in the same
therefore,
place, and even
Possibly
where we came
my
from might have been the
language
same
would be
place.
the native language of when it was created. But
I'm
you
not
know,
sure.
You ain't from where we're from, and the book came from where we're from.
So where is it saying?
But it
that
came from the
thing
past.
is?
It's a little.
No.
It came
I-
from
I'm
our
just saying,
land.
I know, but
Ain't
what-
nothing like you in our land.
I know because we're all
This
gone.
land ain't like our land.
But in my
There's
time, I
vehicle
would.
wharfs.
But in my
Smaller,
time, the
more
last.
frail and weaker than the dwarf.
But in my time,
Can't
me
listen
and my
to
else.
brother were the
That's
last of
not-
our kind.
Dwarves look a lot less. I mean, he's a lot less than.
I'm
a dwarf.
not a dwarf.
I know. You're much more pathetic than a dwarf.
So
Honestly, now that you say that, I can kind of see it.
He's thin. He's a little shorter. There's no gruff on him. I mean, he's a little.
There's some.
He's something else, and he's blue. I always pictured the god as blue. I don't know why.
Because you're thinking of the Smurfs.
I'm still gonna consider him as blue.
Because you're
In my
thinking
mind,
of the Smurfs.
they're all blue. They're not dwarves.
If he was blue, his name would be Yandu.
but what
Hey.
I was
Is this
what
dress
I
blue
was
or
thinking
black?
is hopefully maybe your civilization was built on the ruins of mine, and therefore
I doubt it.
Honestly, my current belief is yes.
I doubt it.
I'm not quite sure.
He's talked to sticks. He's
that
crazy.
stuff.
I doubt it.
See, I'm trying to remember a big lake besides that's.
Nah, it was probably gone by the time your
Well, I mean,
your civilization. came
Our
around.
lake's different. The
I know, but it's
that
different
lake is a lot
location.
different than this.
I know.
And it's not in the
Yeah,
direction.
but if
I
you
know.
look-
Lakes don't change like that.
No.
Yeah,
no.
except
That's why I'm like.
as we went
trying-
back though, there was a big lake in my time.
There's a
We
whole
came
mountain
back
range right
here,
there,
there's
too,
no
where about
lake,
ain't
no
in there.
more.
Mountain ranges don't change.
Mountain ranges don't change.
Yeah.
The biggest thing.
A massive desert in the middle of nowhere. I mean,
Well, the desert did change though. It started to grow into forest, and I'm pretty sure this will eventually be a desert.
No. The forest
but our lands,
disappeared and turned into
all
a
in own
desert.
time, has not changed like that. So
No.
in the short amount of time that you're thinking, from our
No, I get that,
history,
brother.
where they're at, if the timeline is what you're thinking it is, where we're at
I'm
now,
not quite sure.
the things are changing too quickly as compared to where we're from.
You're done, Brian.
Nothing changing. The only thing changing where we're from is who owns the land and runs it.
How long
Done
was he
doing
praying for?
anything?
Oh yeah, I already got out of the corner.
How long were you
And I
praying for?
told
He's
him-
been talking to us since.
We
How long
don't
were you
know.
praying for?
We don't know. A while.
No, I'm not done doing stuff. I got
Oh.
interrupted by the guy in the corner to.
No, my
There's one
Chris
more
needs to
thing I
know
have
so
to
he
do.
can do his PSP.
This
tools.
might lead us there better than the map.
How much mana did you pray to recover?
Got too many for you?
That's-
Well, how many you want?
I
Half
can't
that?
take all of that.
Hey, I can. There's no reason why you
Listen,
can't.
dirty old
Hey,
man.
look, put them together.
Listen, dirty old man.
Again, I can. There should be no reason.
You know
why
how young Destiny is? Get your mind out of the gutter. We all, well, most of us thought that.
Oh shit!
So did she. That's why she winked.
Here, these will help balance you forward.
Almost died.
I'm sorry, I'm making you.
Oh, you can hold me in your hand too.
No, there's more to it because I had to like try to
Yeah,
figure
it's
out
awesome.
what was going on, and so I would say 150 minutes for me to figure
Okay, that's
everything out.
actually really good. 15 turns.
So,
One every 2 turns gives me.
I mean, it took me X amount of time to pray, but since things weren't being directly answered, I had to try to figure and reason things out and understand what was going on and what I could do. So,
Hey,
I
Kyle.
would say 150 minutes.
Kyle, will you read a ability for me so you understand it?
Read an ability,
So
okay?
you understand it? I'm gonna cast this next. No course. now that I know where the location, what it looks like, where it's at. I mean, again, it's a shot in the dark, but hey, so far I've been 2 out of 3. So let's see if I can be 3 out of 3. Here, you want the card?
But Zulu's not
I
here.
marked off my PSPs for
So you
how
told
long it was
us.
spraying.
Oh wait, yeah, he was, but then what happened to him? We stopped talking about him being part of our group.
Is your hair long again now?
It's been my fault.
Dude, I've been carrying these things around for you when you got your hair back. So I walk over to her behind her,
That's that one.
and I start fooling around my backpack.
Feel the nudge. You got a hand on each shoulder and you feel something in your lower back.
No, I'm like, I need you to
Really?
kneel.
Her lower back?
Well, you feel
You
something
see
in
me
your ankle.
tug, you see me
In
tug
your
you from
calf.
behind, like, come on, you need to kneel down.
Sharp stubby stick hits you in the back of the calf.
You hearing this shit?
Yeah, you taking it?
I'm
Come
looking
on,
at him.
come
You
on.
taking it? Oh, you are
I'm a
taking it.
pregnant woman, damn it.
Hey,
Kneel down.
Volmir, you just see my face.
Just kneel
this.
down. I'm behind
Oh
you.
my god, that explains the
Oh
shoe
my
size.
god. Okay.
Come on, kneel down.
So I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find
So-
a way to get to this weapon.
What are you doing?
That's my goal.
Yep.
So I'm rummaging
So-
around in my backpack.
Alright, hold on, one at a time. You were going first,
So I rummage around my backpack and I pull out those 2 hair combs that I found, and I slide them into your hair and pull your hair up and like off your shoulders and stuff. I'm like, hey, you like it like this?
Actually, unless she's been
No,
over,
she
you're-
kneeled down. I
Oh,
got her to
okay.
kneel down. I
Cool.
tugged on the back of her shirt and got her
Okay.
to kneel down and stuff. So then I like,
Like a little kid in
and, you know, like like, hey, do you like it like this? Or, you know, I like kind of weave them,
Sure.
you know, like spin them
Not
around
as
and
God's
tie them
done.
together. It's like, or do you
He
prefer it
can.
like that?
Got me hair stylist.
Huh? Anybody? Anybody have a preference?
It didn't matter to me.
I don't give a shit. It's not my hair.
Yeah.
What do you like? You like it just
Well, the
pulled
first
up?
way, it doesn't matter. Out of my face was nice.
Okay. I go back to the first way then. So I like pull them all up. There you go.
Volmir. It just goes. No, it's.
No, I like, you know, pull them up. And I slide them.
All
you know,
slide
so they
back,
interlock,
like you just took
know,
it
to hold it in place.
like 3 injections of Botox right to the face.
I would have just handed them to you.
Roll me a wisdom check, please.
Personally.
$26.
Alright, roll me a d8.
Should have had the 8. How about the 5 again?
Alright. So, now it's your turn.
So I'm picturing snapshot again. What I see out there. The way description of the room. My location. This little square box off the hallway. And I start to imagine, based on where north is, I start to envision a pathway through the unknown between the 2 locations. And then, find it works, I open my eyes, and I should know right off the start to go left or right out of this hallway.
You gonna roll?
Is that a good description?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's, what do I get? Best 2 out of 2?
Mhm.
That one worked, but maybe I can get it better.
Yeah, maybe gain power score. That's a good idea.
Nope. So, first one was my good one.
Okay.
May or may not, again, it's up to Cobb whether he's gonna, it's one of those,
Alright. That's worth the try.
I don't know enough about the situation. I can only say this sounds like a viable chance, but
It's always worth the try.
ultimately, I mean, he gave me the 2 out of 3 so far.
Okay. So,
So I would, at this point, after I do it, I would walk forward to the hallway, and I should get a feeling of a sense of the right direction to go, is basically how it works. So I would know left or right. Or possibly, if both go the same direction, then I would know that either of them would be the... I wouldn't get a sense that one's not the right direction. But I would get some sort of sense based on it.
read me the first part of that description again.
To hold an accurate course without deviation, to know this, the scientist must know where she's going, which that's why I was trying to use the picture. This can be any place she has been before or can reference to a place she has been. For example, if she knows the village of Clyde is 35 miles northeast of Ty, whatever, she can use Aspire to get to Clyde even though she has only been to Try before. So I actually have a picture of it, knowing it's in here based on the map and the book. I figured I had a pretty good chance. I must know my current location, which we can see where we're at. We kind of know on the map where we're at, and I know where north is. I get a strong feeling of which way to go. The user's direction bump continuously updates as long as he maintains power.
Alright. So.
I mean, when I come to a choice of direction, I should get a feeling which one's the correct one. Now, if it doesn't work, I'm going to drop it. But if it does work, I may continue it. That's why I was asking.
You send out your senses. You envision in your mind, per your description, kind of a way to go. Your mind then gets drawn not to where your feet are, but the book. And when you open the book, it shows a path and all you have to do is follow the path.
Okay. Does anybody else see this path in the book?
I look. Do I see anything?
I mean, you just see a map that looks like that.
It's a map.
This last thing I cast is allowing me to see a path, so let's follow this path. It leads us directly to what should be the weapon, the item.
Perfect.
That room.
All right. As long as you can see it, that's all I care about.
I should still take the lead.
You sure you're not going?
I'll tell you when we come to a left or right which way we
You're
need
not
to go.
talking to any sticks, are you?
Hey, that stick knew where to fucking go. Stop bad-mouthing John.
Yeah, it's laying on the hill outside.
I'll go first.
It's planted on the hill. I'm hoping I'll go to a tree and I can come visit him when I'm done with this place. And we go to the next one, maybe a nice, big, nice tree.
Then I would believe. I'll still stay in the middle. Like I said, when we come to a left
So
or
the
right
marching order is
decision, I'll
what?
I'll be towards the middle.
I'll be first.
Okay.
I'll be second.
I guess I'll be third then.
How can I be in the middle if I'm...
So he's in the middle and you butt in front of him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Because I say I'm third.
I was the first one to say I'm in the middle.
So now you're in the middle between...
Well, if he did,
I was the first one to say in the middle, and then
I guess he's in the middle.
There you
So
go.
Are you
I'm
gonna,
happy there.
Are you going to butt him?
Come on. Switch.
You can walk side 2 by 2
He's
if you
got
want.
the map.
okay, you can have fun with me.
Go in front of me.
Oh, hey there, little fella.
So you guys,
You can get Greer.
you guys do not want to walk 2 by 2?
We can. I'll walk next to my brother.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Alright, you
just
two
do
can
that.
probably walk side by side. Oh, him and his spear is side by side.
Oh, yeah. He's walking and spears.
Walder, do you want to stay there? Or do you want to try to
I-
wiggle up front
I
by
do it
Garrett?
Come with us.
Can you say where you're
between
going?
Garrett and Bowman.
So you just disappeared?
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
So you see Waldor kind of get in front of you. And,
I look down and I just go...
The flying thing.
all
Ain't
right.
no way I'm going to be in the back by
He was still
myself
on
to get
the
anything.
flying thing.
So why are you second? So you can run away when the fight comes again?
Yeah, I guess.
Doesn't make
Right
any
in
sense.
the middle then.
Prevent the fighters... Well, you're up front, but the fighters... The rest of the fighters from getting up by being in our way. Got it. Good plan. Good plan. I just don't want to have to trip over him.
I learned that from the leader.
So I yell back. Not oh shit, because that's what I was about to say.
I don't know which way. There's too many people between us now.
Roll a d8.
D8.
There we go. You guys fucked around and fucked around and fucked around. And now, I don't know what's going to happen because I get to go to this handy dandy little random sloogie.
Do I need to roll another die?
Yes, you do. You need to roll a d12.
Rolling a D12. Rolled an 11. Let's hope that's the turtle.
Oh!
No, like that's a turtle.
It doesn't.
I don't think that's the turtle. That's not a
I
turtle
think
sound.
the 1 is the turtle.
I don't. Yeah, 11 is definitely not a turtle sound. Well, I had 2 ones. Then it should be 2 turtles. They'd get us there twice as fast. Because there's 2 of them.
It would be nice.
I hope they come up on.
I don't think that's what's happening.
I hope they come up on the.
I hope they come up on the front because I'm gonna let you face tank.
Hey, what's everybody doing Saturday day?
Working.
Gaming here.
Well, you got a special jam going on at Shenanigans?
Well, no, I'm working and I'm trying to get more people up there.
Where?
Shenanigans. Where Todd's Canteen used to be.
All right.
Couldn't stand it when it was Todd's.
It was better if you.
No, it's worse.
I'm there.
See?
Just go in there,
See?
to get half a flipping hour.
What do you do there? Wait tables?
Yeah. Serve drinks, wait tables.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. I've already had.
Saturday,
I've already
if
had
I
one
remember
that asked for my
correctly,
number.
it's supposed to rain, and even though it's going to be in the mid to high 40s, they're saying that,
It's changed.
well, they said we might get snow.
Low
It's not going
40s
to
now.
accumulate, but it's what?
Low 40s now.
Well, it's, yeah, but they're saying it could turn to snow. In the 40s are where we see thunder and
I thought there
buffalo
was a
snow.
25% chance of the coronavirus showing.
That's only if you're going to Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Coronavirus free.
As long as you got
But not
limes,
for
there should
long.
be no problem.
We ain't got the
Yeah, just
but
make
we got
sure you
the
drink a
virus.
ton of margaritas or tequila, right?
We, Delta Club, we made a anti-coronavirus shot in margarita. Everclear, a little bit of cranberry color. I see what's attacking us, the map.
Hey, Dora said the map.
Now, what you don't realize is the book is going to fly up out of your hands and come back down and start eating, trying to bite on your head.
All right, so
The map also said he was the map, but the map was extremely conceited.
And then it's going to fly off. We have to run after it to find out the direction.
So what direction did it say to go? Straight? I mean, is that what I'm following the path straight? Or
yes,
but what
I would
coming
like
from
all
where?
of you to make charisma checks, please.
Really good check.
We got a total of,
Natural 20,
or a total of.
32,
Well, roll that again.
natural 16. That's
Plus.
28,
So you had a natural 20 and then a
16,
okay,
12,
okay,
27.
27,
18.
18,
29.
29.
Woohoo, I'm not in the front or back.
Oh, nice. All right. So
What did you have?
19.
Doesn't matter, he's right next to me.
What did you have?
18.
you rolled a 20 something.
27. Yeah, I said, but it doesn't matter, he's right next to me.
Yeah.
Whenever attacking him, I'm right next to him.
I didn't score the lowest though.
No, but you rolled the dice that got us in this situation.
You're not right in front.
Right?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, it's all
Doesn't
your
matter, it's a
fault.
game. You're a horrible dice roller.
No, it's just that I rolled for a change
All right. So
Yeah,
instead of him.
or her.
coming around the corner is this creature here. It looks like it's basically a living. You don't know if it's alive or dead, but it is a vaguely humanoid-shaped mist.
Oh, I thought it was a giant hair creature.
Something similar to the mist that you've seen on multiple occasions in multiple places.
Yeah,
And there it is. And
I'm gonna do control element and make it go away.
I need actions. And we'll start with who's up front. That's you.
Right. Attack.
Okay. Waldor.
Move.
Garrett.
Attack.
0.
Power. You're not 0.
This is
I'm not
fine.
0. That's what I meant to say.
0.
Fucking confusing what you are. I'm going to, well, nothing. I'm going to hold my action.
What action?
I'm going to guard.
You're gonna ready.
I'm going to ready.
And what is the
Did
trigger?
that change? It used to be guard.
Yeah, it changed.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
the trigger?
It attacking me.
And what is the
Or
action?
approach me or pass me. You
And
know,
what is
I
the
guess.
action that you wish to do
Attack.
at that time? Attack. Okay.
Sure.
Now just remember, you get to move, take a half move, and it doesn't cause your ready to go away.
Okay.
It's the action that's ready, not the movement. If you want to delay, that way your movement happens later on in the round, then you delay. Okay? And that happens phase by phase, that's not an action. And then you.
Power.
Alright. Roll initiative over there. Roll D10. Starting off
1.
right?
1.
That's bad. Oh, well, that's double bad.
You roll a 1 too?
I rolled a 10. So
Oh.
Come
Oh yeah!
this thing's like delayed and you guys are sped up. So,
We might also have to go.
start with anyone and very fast.
Yeah.
Moving.
Super ultra very fast.
Yeah.
There's no super ultra very fast.
Can there be?
Yeah, but under
Make it good.
preparation time, it
Make it
says
good.
0.
S-U-V-F.
V.
You're losing it.
S-U-V.
S-U-V-F. I don't remember what this word.
I don't want you. I want.
Yeah, put some corn in there.
Alright. Let's do this.
Oh shit.
It's not the same.
That's just gonna be kind of rough.
Alright, so, very fast. You're up first. Well, actually, you guys, since you're all on the same team, you can pick who wants to go first. Technically, there is an order if someone, really, 2 people want to do it, but otherwise, you guys can
Actually,
pick.
for this first round, it doesn't matter.
I'm right up front.
So, does anyone want to go first?
I'm moving.
You want to move. Okay, where do you want to go?
Towards it?
And what kind of move are we doing? A regular move?
Yeah, just
A
regular.
run?
He's running towards us.
So,
Okay. Who else?
I'm gonna shoot it with bow.
Okay, you whip out your bow and you say, well, what normally that goes on average, so then you would go on fast. So we're not to there yet. Because the speed on your bow is a 7, right? And bows go on average. Weapon speed.
You only have my short swords on here.
It's a 7.
Your
Yes.
bow. Wait, your bow isn't on there?
Not on this one. Or wait. Wasn't it that one?
Oh.
The 8.
I need to put it back on.
8. There you go.
Well, that's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, so who else is on very fast?
No, it's a 7 right here. Look. Speed director 7. It's a 7. She was looking for okay. Range. That was range.
Anybody else on very fast?
Yes.
That was going to go on fast. Your turn.
Oh, I guess we can move on fast.
If you want.
Or,
So-
wait, you said very fast or fast?
Very
Everyone
fast
that
over
move
split
on
off.
fast gets to go on very fast, but you guys are deciding who's
But I don't move
on.
on fast. Don't I move on average?
No.
Oh.
Man size go on fast. All right, so you doing a power. What is it?
Contact.
Okay. And what's the target?
The target is this creature that's right in front of us.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know roughly what I have to get.
Propeller to do contact.
So,
Contact.
that's what I'm trying
Get a
to do.
propeller to do contact.
that reminds me of the hair.
I focus on.
Money.
I picture myself and the and what controls my movements. You know, my brain, my thoughts. And then I picture that this creature has something similar that controls its actions and movements. And I try to reach out to try and establish a link between the two.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, no, well.
I know.
You were trying?
Dude, it's rough. I don't understand how unless without using the technical stuff.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8, which
So obviously distance should not be a factor.
distance is line of sight,
So
which
it
is
goes
0.
down to the life.
I hit
form,
every single
right?
order.
Oh, well, there you go.
I hit every single order.
Okay.
That's shown on this card.
Well, then you realize that you're. Well, let me see.
Monsters on there.
Okay, that's good enough.
PSP.
Oh, 3.
All right.
All right. So you have reached out and you have made. You realize that this thing has some type of functioning center that makes decisions, and you've reached out and made the connection. All right. Now, anyone that would go on fast, if you wanted to move now, you could. Nothing?
I am going to back
Yes.
up 4 squares. And hold my action.
You bumped into something.
Okay.
I hope not.
Anyone else? No? Okay. So now we go to the people that would go on average would go on fast. Anyone? That's you? Okay. So you're like at close, you're plenty. So roll to hit.
So am I using the...
Hopefully there's a thaco next to your bow.
So that's... I subtract this from that.
Thaco minus your dice roll.
Then it is...
Probably gonna be a negative
-1.
something. Yes, that is a hit. Somehow your arrow says and flies into the creature and roll damage.
It missed.
2 points. All right. Anyone else that goes on average? Don't you? Or are you waiting?
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we go to the loser side of fast, and that's nobody. Because he rolled a 10. So now we go to slow. Anyone? You can take your second shot if you want. Because you have rate of fire, which is independent of your melee attacks. And the rate of fire on a bow is 2.
Does it increase for warriors even if they're not proficient?
You can look it up. You had an armor class of...
-10.
Oh, that's a hit. Roll digits.
Nope. Never mind.
4?
That's wrong.
Okay. You notice that as the arrow passes through it, where you're thinking you're doing damage, it seems to be doing less damage than you would think. Probably because this is a creature made of mist. But it still doesn't seem to like being poked with arrows. Alright. Now we go to the loser side of average. And
You mean slow? The
loser side is slow. Correct. So, it charges and tries to get you with its misty self.
Doesn't it just miss you?
Just makes me...
Alright.
Oh, I just missed you.
That hits an armor class of 5. That's a hit? Oh, wow.
Because I'm 4.
I thought your armor class was
No,
4.
no.
Low was good.
Didn't an armor class of 4?
It misses. Yeah, her AC's 4.
Okay.
Underneath above.
Next attack.
Correct.
That hits an armor. Oh, an armor class of 1. It actually rolled good.
Equal.
That is a hit.
Under hit.
So what happens is when the thing hits you, just for a second, it like swirls around you. The first time you're like, you manage to like push it away and it goes off like a puffy cloud. But the second time it comes in, it goes over your arm and goes down in your lungs before you're able to go, ah! And like, just for a second, you're like, and you take 3 points of damage
Hey, Randy.
before you're able to cough.
Being attacked by the
And then
coronavirus.
steps back and reforms. Sure, little corny. So that's Corny's attack. Anyone else left in the round? Hearing nothing, we go to that was 2 points of fatigue and 1 and 1. And now we go to the next round. Any maintenance going on?
Yes.
Yes, then you pay that now at the end of the round.
My maintenance is X amount per hour, so.
So you wouldn't pay it at the
Right,
end of
I'm
the
just
round.
saying, but we need to keep track of how many hours I have the direction going. Okay.
Next round actions. You're right up front. You're first.
Guard.
You're going to... Yeah, it's already in your threat range, so...
It's attack.
Okay. Waldorf?
Nothing. Running action, if it comes near me, I'll attack it.
Garrett?
Attack.
Ein. Power. 0.
Same as before.
Roll initiative. Waldorf beat 3.
9.
Okay. Anyone on very fast?
Yes.
So,
I think about... So in my mind, I picture the advisors of kings and rulers. I think of how they would always lean in and whisper something to a ruler, and then that ruler would change their decision or, make a decision based off of that. And I imagine and I picture myself doing the same thing to this creature. And as I use the power insinuation, yeah.
and what are you whispering? What are you trying
So
to get across?
So what I say, what I imagine myself saying is, I say, this is not what you truly want to do. As I use the power. That is a success.
These are
Barely. But nevertheless a success. This is so basically the defender subconscious winds up pitting itself against the super ego. And while his id, which is what controls his primitive means, drives, launches him into a rage of violence and desire. And his super ego, the moral of everything that is civilized actions, is trying to maintain the upper hand. What winds up happening is powers used against a contacted mind, the victim can do nothing except defend himself against physical attacks for 1d4 rounds. He can't move, cast spells, take cover, attack with a weapon, or initiate psionic powers. So I need to roll a d4, I guess, or you, one of us need to.
Sure, you can roll it.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Okay. So you see the creature. It's right in front of you, Volmir. It has this vaguely humanoid face, 2 eyes and a mouth, and you see it kind of start to shake and its arms are doing, and it's like right in front of you, and as it's getting ready to like come at you again, it like stops, and it's like acting like it's pushing out at something that you can't see. Who's
That
next?
thing's going nuts.
Something.
Something's happening.
All right. Anybody on fast? Well, that's good because the creature won initiative. So it does. It's like sitting there in front of you, going like this, and it thinks it's being, I don't know, attacked by something. Average or loser side of fast, I should say.
Yep. Move up and
Okay. Move up, and what, you hit it with your sword?
move up the spear.
All right. What's the speed of that spear?
Fast.
Melee.
5. Yeah.
Now, did you gain something?
No,
You didn't.
you said I don't get till next level.
Next
Next
level.
level is when
Okay.
you get your next
So the speed on the spear is fast. You can tube them up to threaten it, and that's fine. But then you have to go on, or average, I should say.
Okay.
1 to 4 is fast.
I know, you wrote on my sheet that it goes fast.
Did it? But it didn't print it on this one.
No, you didn't print it.
You hammer it
You
back.
handled it.
Okay. That makes sense. Go.
Armor class of 2.
Armor class of 2. You take the spear, and when you go to, you jam it right into what you think the creature, and you see the mist move, and it doesn't meet any resistance, and you pull it back. Anybody else? Average. You can take your attack if you want. Are you shooting it still, or are you dropping it?
Swords, yeah, I'm dropping the
Okay.
bow.
So you set the bow down and draw your swords and hack. So your main hand, first attack.
So that is -5.
That's a hit. Roll Dinkus.
It's 4.
Offhand.
It's rope.
That just barely hits. Roll Dinkus.
7.
All right, it's starting to lose. It's starting to become less opaque, more translucent, more see-through, like it's losing mass. Second attack. On average.
-8.
That's a hit. Roll Dinkus.
Is this medium?
It sure is. You want this creature to die?
Yep. 10 points.
Roll additional 2d6. Add it in there.
13.
It's almost all gone, but it's still there. Second attack from you with your main hand.
-5.
That's a hit.
7.
7. Even with doing half damage, you take that sword and you slice up from the bottom, and you hear a little bit of like a mist out of the shower evaporates and it's gone.
So I feel the connection severed.
You do.
All right. I say it's gone.
Oh wow. The soda was dissolving it. Just
Yeah.
mushy.
Yeah. Does it taste like soda?
It tastes like liquor. Well, it's not liquor. Candy, whatever. Liquor
Alright.
is only the color pink. It's called rope. You know what? Rope candy? Something?
What are you guys doing now?
Yeah.
Down the hall.
Glad to know it works.
I'm walking next to Volmer now.
Okay.
I'm behind him too.
going straight?
Yep.
If you want to follow the what?
Yeah, nice and safe back here in the back, just so you know, little guy.
Yeah.
Just saying. Blue people are safe back here.
Only that, and you also have you can see just like
Yeah.
I can. So you can see stuff coming up from behind.
We
us.
can.
But there's light everywhere.
That's true.
This is
Yeah,
yours.
they had
Great.
those orbs, aren't there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The light and
Light
orbs are
and
all over the
everything
place.
else.
This place is lit up like a Christmas tree.
All right, so you continue on. You go for a good long while until eventually you can either push on past your hunger pains or you can take a break.
Mama can't.
Gotta stop.
Hunger
Fine.
pains? What are you talking about?
Find a room.
Take a break.
Yeah. Let's take a break.
Roll a d8.
2.
All right.
Should have had a D8.
You're searching for a room. The first one you come to, you notice that there are several round holes in the floor.
Oh wait, we've seen those
I was gonna say,
before.
it sounds familiar.
We don't want that room.
No.
I don't remember what happened to this room.
Stuff came out.
Yeah.
We need to
Next.
stop before we get to that room.
Next room.
Alright.
Or hallway.
Okay, so you just move on to another room, and there is a strange. I would like all of you to make perception checks, please.
Is it perception or observation?
This would be perception. You can roll your observation, that's fine. You?
21.
42. Add your intelligence.
31? That's a success.
31.
32.
Okay. So, you and you, when you're waiting as Garrett is searching and finding this room here, and he says, this room here is pretty good. You get a whiff of something,
Oh, sorry.
a strange smell, and it's not necessarily like a terrible smell, it's almost like a sweet and sour kind of smell, and it's coming from across in a different hallway.
I smell something coming from over there.
Yeah. Kind of like a Chinese buffet.
Huh?
Now I'm hungry.
What the hell are you all
It's a Chinese
smelling?
buffet.
It's a foreign group of fantastic cooks that serve different types of food in a line. And you get a little bit of everything on your plate for one low price.
It's a really good deal.
It's really
But
good food.
sometimes they also allow you to come back.
It's pretty much every type of chicken you can imagine. And some of it's served
Some weird
hot
grain.
in oil.
Some weird
What's a
grain.
chicken?
Chicken, they're... What do you mean, what's a
The
chicken?
yard
They're like the
walkers.
yard hens.
Yard walkers.
Remember those things?
They have 2 legs. They,
Your
might,
yard hens?
they look just like a
Your
monster,
yard
but they're
birds?
only about this tall. I mean, if it was full size.
They lay eggs.
It's like that tall.
Yeah,
They
they
lay
get eggs
eggs, have
from.
feathers.
Where are you? What hatches you? They're not blue.
No, they're not.
See, there's usually a cock involved, and the cock gets chicks pregnant,
But
and
he's
then the
also
chicks
the one,
lay, and then the chicks lay eggs.
and then in the morning, he's the one yelling at
And
all.
then we either harvest the eggs to
woman.
break open, and use their yolk, and eat them, or we let them grow up to be baby chicks, and then the process goes over again.
And then you fry them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fry them with oil in a pan over a hot fire,
Oh, well.
Yeah, it works out.
or you can just cook it over a flame like on a stick.
My mom
You
used
gotta
to-
pluck the feathers off. They come with feathers, you know that, right?
Yeah, you also gotta
so
chop
it's-
off the head.
So it's like a kind of bird.
It's the
Yeah.
kind of, this is the one bird in our land anyway that does not fly.
Or is it a lizard? I've seen
No,
lizards with
it's a
feathers.
bird, it's considered a bird, it just doesn't fly. It has a neck that goes like
What
this
if it
all the time,
doesn't fly?
and eats like this. Doesn't have, it
Then
just
is
has,
it
has
really
wings,
a
but don't
bird
fly.
if it doesn't fly?
It
Oh,
can't,
and sometimes
its wings are
when you cut
too...
its head off right, it can run around.
It does run around every
Yes,
once in
if
a
you
while.
cut its head off, it will continue to run around for a while. It's like a monster, but it's
You
only
tell me I'm sick at the shit that I've done and you cut animals' heads off and watch them run around?
Well,
They fall
It
down.
happens every once in
If
a
we
while.
don't let it run around, it's gonna
Blood
kick
squirt
around while
everywhere
it's...
and shit. That sounds just
You mean they
horrifically messy. to
Well, how do
clean
you
up.
eat chicken?
How do you eat food?
I've never seen chickens before.
Well then,
Okay, how
Have
do
you
you,
ever
Why
been
keep
back to our
at-
land?
that's
have
why-
you eaten meat before?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to that meat? How did you get it?
Well, we usually snap its neck and then cut its head off.
Watch it.
And then, so you snap its neck first and then cut its head off.
Well, yeah, that's humane.
That's what we do. But sometimes these things just continue to run around.
You didn't say nothing about snapping their neck. You just said you chop their heads off and let them run around.
Most of the
It
time,
doesn't
they don't-
happen
That
all
sounds
the
pretty
time.
fucked up.
Every once in a while they just run around.
Alright, roll the
goats
D8.
and cows,
That's fine.
goats and cows and
Matter
stuff.
of fact,
They don't snap
roll
the
the
neck.
D8
They slice the
with
neck.
disadvantage.
They slice the
Because you guys,
neck
there
and
it
let
is!
it bleed out.
That's a 7
Oh, fuck. I got all excited.
and an 8.
So 7.
You said with disadvantage.
7.
Yes,
I rolled
You rolled an 8.
I rolled a 7 and an 8.
Yeah, so it'd be the 8. With disadvantage means the worst.
Yeah, that's so.
Advantage means
Oh yeah, so it's the
Just
worst
so-
for him.
Yeah.
He said with disadvantage, that means it's an 8. Right?
Yeah.
You said disadvantage.
So wait,
I don't know why you said it, but you said disadvantage.
You're disadvantaged.
the smell.
No,
Is it a good
it's
smell? Is it a bad smell?
It's a good smell. It's like
like a
going to the
sweet-
bazaar
Get a monster
and they got all these
sauce
different
and
people
fuck you guys
cooking
up
at their
to
tents, and it
A
just
fucking bunch of idiots.
oh, you want it all
Make
because
sure
you're
it's more
hungry.
than one.
Hey,
They
hey,
don't
I gotta
want
get
to
it.
show up.
It's
Roll
like
a 7
it's like
and
if
an 8.
somebody was smoking opium and tobacco in the
Wait a
same,
minute.
like that
Wait a
dark
minute.
black
Think.
bitter tobacco.
Everybody quiet. Remember
The house.
remember what's right around this area? That guy that had that monster that was cooking on that table and he had people's body parts and shit. Oh, I
Yeah.
hope that ain't what I'm smelling, but yeah, I'm just too hungry.
Let's go check it out.
You're gonna lie. I'm like,
It's gonna be a fight.
Could be a fight.
here, wait.
Most likely gonna be a
Here,
fight.
Do you remember? Did we
I
kill
try
that last time?
to follow the smell.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that hard
So
though.
then
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
doubt all this time.
creep
find-
quietly and I'm motioning for Volomir. Just follow me.
Okay, so you think this is the one that you've been setting up when your guys are out here and you're like,
It's-
oh, and then
it's-
you're out here yelling in
It's
the
this other hallway.
hallway.
It's across this
But
side here. That's where the noise
You
was.
go there.
We've been
and
there before.
I
That's
don't
the
know
same
if
side of the room.
Volmir
same
follows
drawing.
you or not, but
So we think that it's coming from that side?
Right here, right here, right here.
To the
Right
Right where you're standing.
Because I
That's
don't
it.
want him to die.
Right there. It's right inside the room. It's a big square room like the
You
last one
think
standing
it's-
in. Except there's a big table and there's a
So you
guy in
think
there
it's
chopping
down this
people
way?
up and feeding them.
yeah.
Good.
So I peek around the corner.
Yard
What do I see?
Okay.
You
Scream.
peek
After his
around.
head gets cut off,
And I
watch
peek
him run
around right above him.
Hello, hello.
It's a prestigious.
Okay.
You feel a bump in your back.
You see something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. You see something
Really, at the stuff
that
that
is
I've done?
Got me on a
makes
stick.
you very uncomfortable, and you need to make a Constitution check.
Got me on a
immediately.
stick. My
Wait. She was
favorite.
just talking about watching chickens run around with their heads cut off,
That's
squirting blood
normal.
everywhere.
That's normal.
That's normal from us. That's not unusual. That's food.
It's 29.
Oh, okay.
But this thing
Well,
costs
you
me. It
managed
makes us
to-
uncomfortable.
Hold your mud because
Hold your mud.
you see 6 tables
Yeah, right.
with several. I mean, there's one on each table.
On what?
That it is naked albino elf women corpses in varying states of
Told you.
alterations.
Hey, just remember, you took the smell good.
There's also varying tools and
I mean, they're
implements
dead, right?
hanging on the walls all around. and buckets of things that you might not want to examine
Oh, I
as you
do.
get in there
Oh, I
and
do.
closer.
Wait,
Can I
do-
see
Oh, I do. I didn't know which
Hold
eyes
on,
these
dude.
are.
Well, right now it's just those two.
Do-
Can I
So.
do
see
I-
how many?
No, I'm
tables there are?
like trying to hold her back. And it's like,
Well, she looked over the top of it.
I know. Yeah,
I already
like,
saw it.
yeah, I understand that. No,
So
I'm
he's
like,
attempting to like move you back from the horror show.
yeah.
Do you let him?
No.
No? Okay.
How many, can I see how many tables there are?
7?
7? Is there one empty?
Yeah, sure is.
God damn it.
So do they look like the ones I seen
And we
just
haven't heard
a
anything
few days
from
ago?
Like the
witches.
ones you see.
Like the other elves, just like her?
Yeah, they're white witches that are purple,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, but I'm curious
I mean,
if
from where you are and the height of the table and everything, you would have to get up and look closer to identify the bodies.
Alright, do I see anybody in the room other than
Make me a perception
What do
check.
we know? What do we see them doing?
Just standing there looking and him like turn around and going like that for a second,
Do
trying
the
to hold
same
her
thing.
back.
See if I can see anybody else.
21?
Go ahead.
Paul Blart.
Mall cop?
36.
No, they ain't Paul Blart. That's the
John Candy.
Yeah,
How much?
Candy.
Moose up,
36?
one should have told
Oh,
me.
you rolled a 20?
Poor John Candy. I wish he lived
Nice.
longer.
Dead or Canadian?
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
Neither of you sees anyone else in there.
They do realize they can't see every inch of the room, correct? I mean,
Anyway, you don't see anybody else in there.
So,
What is that? Are you, what are you doing? Are you
I'm
singing or-
I'm just backing up and turning around.
You know, that's
all
what
you
I'm
can do is
doing.
this. You
Yeah.
can't tell what you're doing.
Just,
I walk forward.
I guess
I'll
I'll
walk-
have to go
That's
forward.
what I'm doing to them. I'm like,
Oh, I see. Okay, so
I give
you're
my I give my
you're
hopes
motioning to someone else.
I'm motioning to them
I
back
see.
there.
Okay.
I get my hopes up because maybe it is just food on a table. Ooh.
Right?
Yeah, right.
guys,
So you guys don't have any idea what's in this room.
I
Right now,
round
and
the
you walk
corner.
up there.
I smell something awesome. I'm starting to salivate.
hey, who?
I walk around that corner like
Hey, wait.
I just walk around that corner. Cause I'm expecting.
What?
It's the other witches.
My brother said he smelled
Oh, they
something
could join
good.
us for dinner.
They're dead. They're the ones on the table.
Well, that's a
Do I
shame,
see
but
that
if they're
as a
dead, then we
Oh,
might
really?
Yeah,
really.
you see what I described.
I'll show you. We can fix an elegant elf dish.
You know, you can purify that.
It waters in your mouth. If they
Isn't that
have
what you were
intention.
saying earlier? You can purify that.
So how
whatever.
far do
Yeah.
you go into the room?
Not right now.
I'm at the door.
There's
Okay,
7 tables.
you're at the door.
Apparently they were waiting for
I'm
me
at the
too.
corner still.
Hey, something that
Oh.
did this is still in there, hiding.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Well, I ain't going over there. Somebody kill it, go up front. I ain't getting
No,
over there.
there's a 7 table.
I'm probably
It's
right
empty.
there peeking
It's
around
for
the
me.
corner.
Yeah, well, the thing is in there
Yeah,
around the
but the
corner.
thing is in there and it's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Look, it's either
So
right
we
next
gotta go
to
kill
the
him
left
first.
or
So
right
go
next
kill
to the
him
right.
first before
It's
he
listening
can
to
kill
everything we're talking about here in the doorway. It's nothing's a secret anymore. It
Yeah.
knows we're here.
He knows we're here. Go kill it before it can kill you.
Yeah, it's the same room.
Get out of the way.
Kyle,
Let's go, Garrett.
outside on the floor, is there any signs of like blood drippings coming and going from this?
Make me a perception check.
Oh no. 16. I rolled horribly. I didn't critically fail. I just rolled horribly.
Did you ask me a question?
Yeah, we're going to the doorway.
Yeah, me and him.
You
Yeah,
Both of us. I'm
I
right
wanna
next
see
to him.
if Skin Piercer gets a Woody.
I'm right next to him.
Alright, you see what I described.
Insert me in their arm.
I look around. I'm looking for the next monster that's about to pop out.
Come with me to make sure they're dead.
Make a
Gus.
perception check.
Uh, 33.
Yeah, you're pretty sure there's nothing in there.
I don't think there's anything in
Hey,
here.
Zero.
Yep.
I ain't eating here.
Can
Yeah.
you tell how they
Is the room
die?
clear?
This place is a real slob.
Mm-hmm.
I come in the room.
The owners
Hey,
of
how
this
far do you go in the room?
Well,
You
I
stop
stand behind
behind
them too. I'm like,
Okay.
why aren't you guys? Have you cleared the room? Or
the owners of this place is a
Behind
real
the table?
slob. They don't even pick up after themselves after the previous diners.
I can maybe find out what happened to them. I know they're dead, but that's not my point. Like,
No,
what
wait a
killed them?
I don't know.
Let's find a
Tell us
place.
what we're going to run into.
Yeah. if
Run
they
into
got
it and then we'll kill it.
6 more beds, I'm okay for a nap.
There's only one bed open, and from the looks of it, it's hers.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed one. Okay.
Yes, you
You
did.
got your name
I
on it?
missed one.
Well, they're all female elves, and it looks like the witches.
Are they all albino elves?
They certainly appear to be.
Are they wearing clothes?
Nope.
They're in various states of
Do they have heads?
experimentation.
Is there heads
Are their
still?
eyes
and-
open and
Everything we run
closed?
into months.
You'll have to approach to find out that information.
Uncreated. I'd like to take a better look at these and see what this thing is.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It
if
might
those
help
are
answer
your
questions about what's
living
coming.
sisters or your now
Or what we could
recently
surrender. I would like to.
After a time, you
can
all
see out here,
notice
would you-
that all of their heads are pointing away from where you're standing. They're all facing that way.
Excellent.
Like they're on their back and their heads
Would you
like
do a
that.
quick walk to make sure nothing in here? And I'd like to go in and just take a look at them and see what I can see.
It's, to me,
You guys don't have to go in.
it's a waste. I would rather
You,
get,
it's a waste. That's not to me.
Please.
I'd
We were
like
looking
to
for a
get
place
a-
to stay, remember?
yeah, I don't think we're going to sleep in here.
You don't have to, but if you just make sure it's clear, I'd like to walk in and take a look at these things.
I'll walk in.
I follow. I'm with him.
Okay, where do you
I'll
go?
examine. That's
Start
what I
with
do,
you.
man.
Where do you go
That's
first?
how I get
I'm
good
gonna
at
walk
people,
straight-
healing you people.
Tell me which square you end up in.
Straight to the middle of the flipping room.
Right there?
We're
Right
alive
there.
from an
I am
elf. I've
right
never
next
had
to
that
him.
elf to examine
Well,
yet.
All right, kind of.
Stepping over whatever that thing is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a bucket of guts.
it's something. You want to examine it? You want to put your hand in there?
I'm not putting my hand in, I'll look.
Don't contaminate anything. I will stick my hand in there
It
first.
looks like some type of dark, scummy liquid.
I think I know what it is. Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
All right, I need both of you to roll a d10.
Is it wrong that I'm still salivating at the door? Not to
Oh,
eat.
good.
Do I get a reaction adjustment?
You do.
Well, I
You
can
do.
get
Your
reaction
hands get
adjustments.
larger.
Yeah.
They can,
Then is he?
Ooh.
A 4.
Yep.
5. Okay.
They can't say
You
no.
both rolled the roll.
There you are. This thing here is kind of a half table
This
with a
one's
bunch
got
of
a
other
couple
implements on it, and there's like a cloth that covers it, and the cloth is bloody and stained, and all the tools have dark, dried, red something that have stained them.
Cop,
Yes.
There's no way to keep
I'm gonna-
it.
you said the heads were facing the other way, and I kind of looked back at the
Okay.
Then I'm gonna look
The
up.
eyes are closed.
The eyes are closed.
I'm looking up and around.
Okay. Make me a perception
Is it
check.
is it clear? Like, is it all good?
It's an elven thing. They don't.
Oh, hell no.
They think there's a spirit in there. They
It's
don't want
clear.
to watch
It's
it
just
while
the
you.
roof.
Okay.
That's
So I'm gonna walk in the
23.
room.
That and the translucent balls of light that are up there.
So I'm gonna take skin piercer and I'm gonna
You're
Tap
bumping
on-
something.
tap one of the bodies.
Okay. It taps it.
Do anything?
Just you tap it, so it's like you hear a very slight sound because you're tapping
Right.
something
Hey,
that's
brother,
not
Body doesn't
Rick,
move.
mind if I open
Body
those
doesn't move.
eyelids?
No, it probably seems like it would weigh a certain amount. You'd have to put
What?
some force in it.
Well, when I say
You want
move,
to.
doesn't set up on me.
You're
No.
gonna examine them, making sure I'm not
Nothing,
gonna...
nothing unnatural.
Don't
Disrupt
come up
you.
or anything like that.
What is that? Is
Cop,
that a big bucket in the very back or just?
Yes.
It's a big bucket.
I reach around and open the
Hold on.
eyelids.
Hold on. Now, okay. Now, what are you doing?
So I asked him if it was okay if I disturbed the body and open one of the eyelids, and so I do it. I open the eyelids.
Okay.
Just
All right.
and I look. What do I see?
Save versus spells. No magical defense adjustment on this one because you purposely put your hand on it.
15. I'm successful.
All right. You get to take half of this.
God damn. 0 damage. I don't think that's 0.
You take half of 11, 5 points of the same. You start to feel as if when you touch it, there's like, I need you to make a perception check and I need you to make a perception check.
Did we see anything
That's
happen
success.
when
Well,
you did
that's
that?
not from where you are, no, but these guys might have.
36.
That's a success?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I
Okay.
failed.
So, you saw some weird little bit of mist come from there to his hand. He's like, ah!
Yeah. We gotta get out of here.
Don't touch the bodies.
Well, I don't know what they did.
That's some kind of mist that came out
Oh,
and attacked him.
that explains
I'm
Half a second.
back out of the room.
I forgot.
That was pretty good.
I
I liked
missed.
it.
I had to back up.
I don't care. I still liked it.
Hey, back out of the room.
Yeah, let's don't touch the body.
What's in the cauldron? What's in the cauldron?
Should we set this
Yeah.
place on
Just
fire?
look, don't
Tell
stick
me
your
where
hand
you
in.
go.
Don't stick your hand
I
in.
back
Just
out.
look.
I back out.
Which square? Just
Right in
here?
front of my brother.
Way back? Okay. How about you, Garrett? Where do
Same.
you go?
Sure, that's
Right
square. Yep.
Nope.
Have you burned
out.
your dead?
What?
You burn your
We're
dead?
not burning anything in
We're
here.
not burning anything.
Just
in
stay
here.
outside. I walk in. Move out of the way. Let me get in.
Okay.
I'm going in.
Okay,
Let him
which
on.
square do you go to?
The first table there on the left.
And I follow after him.
Uh,
I
take out my
let
staff.
him in.
After what just
I mean,
happened to
I
him,
let him in.
same thing.
I step aside.
I-
Garrett, let's go.
They're
I'm
laying
looking
face up.
up and down the
But other
hallway.
head, yeah, other heads
Yeah,
are
yeah.
facing that way.
So I'm gonna move the body a little bit, see if anything's coming out the mouth.
Seems like it moves as if you would be moving a corpse. It's
Stick it up.
like you know, like since its arms are flat, it would take some effort to get it to really move, but you can
No.
nudge it.
I was just seeing if I could get anything. I go up to the mouth closed.
So do you go around the other side?
No, I use the staff, the spear to turn the head to the other side.
Make me a dexterity check. Unless you tell me how you do it with a spear on someone's head that's facing the other way. It doesn't have anything to grab.
Here, give me the stick. So I'm at. So it's like,
Nope, you're on the wrong way.
I'm over there.
If the head is facing this way,
It's
you're
facing
on
this
side.
way.
You're
I'm
on-
over here. I went here. You see what I'm doing?
Make me a dexterity check.
Okay, you disagree with it. That's fine.
It doesn't matter.
24.
It doesn't matter what you roll.
24.
Make me a save versus spells.
I made it.
All right. Once again, the mist because you disturbed, and you take half of 8. You take 4 points of damage.
So explain to me what happened. Where did the mist come from?
You took the spear.
Yeah.
You tried to reach over, get enough leverage to
Yeah.
move a head that's facing the opposite direction. So you try to hook it under the chin. When you do, and it nudges a little bit, the mist goes right up your arm. Ah! And you manage
From
to pull your
the
hand away.
body then?
That's what it appeared to.
Okay, so it wasn't coming out of the mouth. It literally like came off the body itself on the man. Okay, well that's good to know. I was trying to get it to come out the mouth. See, so now I know it doesn't have to come out of the mouth.
Yeah. Do I see the thing this time? Do I notice the
Yes.
mist? Okay, I go. Huh.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for it.
Yeah.
So I walk up to the other table.
Don't touch him.
Okay, so you walk up and
The empty table.
you go through, which is way
The one
down
on the
here.
right.
So you go la
Oh, you
la
go
la
all the way
la,
past
la,
the
la, and you go all the way down here.
You go
That's
all the
where
way to
they're all
the empty
looking.
table.
That's where they're all looking.
Okay, so you're
And
there.
I examine the table itself, see if there's any markings, see if there's anything that can give me a clue as to what happened.
Make me a
Technically,
wisdom check.
They're all
please.
looking this direction because this would be the direction then, and this would be the direction away from the other side of the table. I'm just saying, I think they're looking away
They
from the
don't
door.
want to look at you because you betrayed them.
I think they're looking away from the door or looking away from whoever might be working on them.
It's 23.
Okay.
That's just the
You examine the table. You look along the top and the sides at first. You don't see anything, but then your eyes are drawn to how the table has indentions, as if it is set up to be almost molded for something to lay there, where the head would be, and then the torso and the legs.
The extra bump for
And
the stomach.
where the indention is where the head would be, which would line up with all the other beds and the way they're laid out, is you see a certain symbol that you've seen before.
my symbol.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we done in here?
And they're all looking at that table.
I am.
Well,
Or that's what it seems
as
like.
you turn around, you look, you notice all their eyes are closed, but all their heads are facing that way.
Well, the guy that was working in here, he should be dead.
So like, I think what she's
It was like
asking and what the rest I'm curious about. For instance, that one where the head would be, you're not saying it's facing that way, but
I
it's,
am saying
Yeah,
it's facing
like-
that way.
Yeah,
okay, so it's facing
All the
that
heads
way.
are facing that way and that way.
Okay,
That's what I
so
pointed to.
okay,
They're not looking
they're
at
not
the guy.
actually looking at the table. They're just kind of facing.
looking away
turning
from
I mean,
the-
they're not looking at anything
Yeah.
because all their eyes are closed and they're corpses.
Good point.
Facing towards.
But
You know
I
what
understand
meant.
what you're saying.
You know what I meant.
I just want to be a
I was
little
just
more
clarifying.
precise.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
all.
why I was
Then
asking.
that
Because I was
whole
just trying
thing
to
next to you
clarify.
is just like a little pit.
It looks familiar, like you've seen something like that before.
They have some.
I wonder if they're magically, if
Delicious.
there's magic involved in putting this mist in them that makes them. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
thinking because every time I've seen this
Wait,
symbol,
you remember
and I
the
put this
mist?
down
The
on-
mist.
and
Yeah,
I-
you
was
can't wait.
unconscious
You're
one.
way out in the back.
Well, I can't hear them.
You can make me a percentage roll to see if you can hear them. They're in their talk. No, I'll tell you what. You can't hear them because it's an enclosed area.
I just
Continue saying what you're saying.
the mist knocked us all out before, so maybe
Oh,
they're
yeah,
just
sure,
knocked
yeah.
out.
No, they're dead.
Are the wounds on some of them? Are they obviously dead from that? I can't touch them yet. I mean,
They're in various states of vivisection.
yeah,
They're dead.
they're not alive to the standards they were.
Yeah, okay.
It might be something you can mess with later, but
So every time I've seen this symbol and I put that crown on icing, something happens. Good.
what if you put the crown on now?
I
wanna-
Maybe these things would
That's-
wake
that's-
up and
that's
you
what
can
I'm-
control them.
I don't know, that's what I'm thinking.
Determine what's
Or
good.
it could be
Good for
bad.
good for who?
Ah, seriously, good for who?
Well,
Good for
Well, if it's in my favor, it'd be good for all of us.
not necessarily.
eventually.
What says your favor is our favor?
Yeah.
That's what he eventually. Oh yeah.
We don't know.
I could have saved you guys.
You wanted to be friends with the dragon. We want to kill him still.
No, I still want to kill you.
You wanted to be friends with him.
I mean, I saw it.
I
That
don't
dragon
see-
fucking just obliterated my son and my husband.
He's
so.
making these
Yeah.
abominations and putting this mist into them, and I'm just wondering, what is this mist? Is
I
this,
see no
And maybe if I do
benefit.
something, that mist can come out and it will come back.
And then
This
all
was
of
in
them
the-
we can't bring them back.
The
I
mist
can't
was in
resurrect
that
the dead, and they're dead.
Time machine or whatever. That
But I'm just wondering, how, this
But we
thing is
don't know
putting the
what
mist
all
in
these
them, and
things can
a lot
do.
of these creatures we find, these weird creatures, are once they're dead, then he puts his mist in them, and then he changes their form, and then they run around with this mist in them like they're normal, except under his control.
Hey,
So I'm wondering,
let's go find a room and talk about it.
where's the mist?
Get out of here.
You were gonna go across the street there, were you across the hall?
Not now.
Not this close, no.
I need all of you to make a perception check, please. You can roll observation. Starting over here.
Nope.
That's a failure?
Yep.
30.
That's a success.
28.
That is a failure.
31.
That is a success.
No.
That is a failure. Okay. But you got a 30,
30 and observation.
30, oh, nice. Okay.
So I got a 16 plus.
There's something about, just for a second, you catch a glimpse. There's something about this thing here.
Are you
that
only
catches
talking
your
to him?
attention. Yes.
Some about that table.
Did my
Guys,
thing not
watch
work at
me.
all?
It needed to be a higher roll.
Okay.
So watch me.
There was a minus.
Please don't let nothing kill me. I'm gonna walk over.
I
to
make
the
zero
table.
promises.
I'm
I'll
right
I'll
there.
do what I can, but I
I'm
make
right
zero
there,
I
guys.
want everybody to leave the room and everybody wants to go in the damn thing.
Something is drawing my attention to that table, and if I can't figure it out, we leave. And so I go over to the table. Do I see a knife that maybe has Adam's mark on it or something like
No.
that? Or?
No. But underneath where I said the cloth, the
Yeah.
blood-soaked caked with jam of who knows what
Yeah.
is on there. You notice that like there's some kind of little symbol underneath where part of the drape is like not quite covering.
Hey, pull this thing off. I don't want to touch it. Everything that you touch.
No,
What do you
you
say
do
to
it. You're the curious
It's
one.
you and her, Sandra.
Why you say?
I'm in the
No,
beginning
I
of the
turn
room.
around to you with the spear. You had the spear out earlier trying to move the...
See how well that
I'm
works?
fucking with it.
I was like, pull,
I
like,
just
You do
grab
it.
Throw
and
the-
move it.
Okay, so she's
cloth
like,
off.
and she pulls it off,
Like that?
and you see on this semicircle here, it looks like it's made of a white rock, and it's got those symbols on it, the same thing as the half circle rock that was in the mountain.
Oh, where the crown came from.
Like all of the deity symbols? Oh, I'm not there. Never mind.
Well, you would see it now, because you're...
Okay.
Does
that's
this
all
match
deity
the religious
symbols?
symbols that I was seeing on the archway too? And
The archway was mostly for Solanor. This has all of them. That's the way I remember that.
So
anyway.
this has all the elven gods.
Looks like it, yeah.
I'm saying.
Both of them?
All right, it's creepy. Let's go.
It's creepy in a curious way.
No, it's creepy in a creepy way. Let's go.
Volmir's curious.
Yeah.
He was going to use the crown with you guys to kill all elves, and this is the area he was going to do it with.
I'm going back out to the hallway and going, if you guys are coming, let's go. Not staying around the shit.
Yeah.
Creepy. Yuck.
And there's a perfect room there.
Go.
That's the one you were going in before, and then suddenly
That's
the
what the whole
Sniffy McWhiffertons were like, huh, what?
Sniffy McWhiffertons. Yes! That is my new dog's name.
Okay, so he left. So
Next
you guys
dog.
are there by yourselves.
I'm going into
scared.
that other room.
So you
Anything on
leave,
that
and
that
I
altar thing with
leave,
the symbols that
leaving you two there
That's
talking.
all of my symbols.
Why don't you come back to the door and put the crown on?
Well, I have to see the.
See the what? I can see it from over here. I wouldn't stay in the middle of the zombie squad when you do it. Would you like to put the crown and lay on the spud? This table? It seems like it's designed for someone like you.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not gonna lay on that table.
Why not? I'm not
Do
there,
you
so-
see what happened to everybody else that laid on?
Well, he's probably dead. Probably. Well, I think it's the guy that, you know who. I don't think he's alive anymore. When Adam died, apparently that's what I've been told, so who knows.
I don't know, but all I know is that every time I put this crown on and I've seen something that happens,
Well, then do it.
like with giants.
They're your
We
sisters.
got away.
They're your sisters. Sing them off to their Never Ever Land.
Back up a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Tell me what square you go to.
Back me up to the doorway.
Where's a?
There's a shimmy right there. Dan, hand her that shimmy.
Hand her that
Right
shimmy.
here. Right. Zzz.
Oh, the shimmy.
That's it. Hand it. Give her
The
that.
shimmy!
Give it
Yeah, it doesn't. It's one or the other.
right in his hand. and
So I'm
then
just
go.
like right in between these two.
Okay. And which way are you facing? Out
Uh,
or this
just
way?
That way. So you can see the.
Yeah, back me up about 3 squares. Yep, okay, I got a good side of you here, and I can get the others with the wrong. So put the helmet, put the thing on.
The helmet.
Well, whatever.
Okay, like we know.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Alright.
It
Pretty
might
much
be
exactly
what
what it
happens.
is.
I look down both ends of the hallway real quick, see if anything's coming.
All right.
I don't know. Roll me a d8. Let's see if anything's coming.
D8.
Oh, D8s then.
Because this is a dangerous place.
Hey, remember the Doom Grinder
I
was
didn't roll one.
fucking 4.
Well, there you go.
Does anybody remember the Doom song?
The Doom song.
Yeah? Like which Doom? Like which Doom?
What do you mean?
Like
the Doom?
Invader Zim.
Oh, that one, yeah.
No.
It's so annoying. Okay, so I put it on and I go with the tune. Or with the, if there is a tune, I go with whatever is on there.
Can you do it before it winter?
Okay. put the crown on.
Musical bourbon.
And just like the times before, kind of fits a little clunky. But after a second, you start to get this warm feeling. It's as if your brain is starting to equalize with whatever powers or remnants of such powers still exist here on whatever plane and whatever planet and whatever continent and whatever town. And then you start to sing. Make me a singing check, please.
I'm glad we were just at least thinking the same thing.
I need to match it or get higher?
No, you want to add what you rolled to it.
Okay.
And tell me what your total is.
20.
20.
Yes,
Okay.
that is 20.
You start to sing. And you start to see images of your sisters in your mind and all their colors. And then as you start to sing, you start to feel some power start to go through you. And then you need to say versus spell. Now this one you want to meet or beat.
This is 20.
And your saving throws are in the middle of your sheet. There you go, you're very close. I think spells is the last one.
You roll 20 or 1?
A 1!
Oh,
Do
great!
you have a coin?
I do.
Oh, God.
You're messing with that thing.
I'm so happy I'm not in that room now.
Okay.
I thought you used your last one last
She
week.
did.
I have one more point.
This was last week.
No, I think you used your last
And then
one.
you pulled
last
it up and said, see, it's right here. It was on that ledge. You said the exact same thing last week.
Was it?
Yeah, but you used it.
Yeah, but you used it.
You
All
had it
right.
over on that ledge. Dan pointed it out. Yeah, there's either right here.
Unless
and
it's
you
still over on the ledge.
Nope.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's
All right.
Okay.
So, we'll roll with it here.
That was the other.
So, luckily there's not a
I didn't take it off on the other sheet.
chance for a critical fail on a saving throw.
Good.
You already suffered
You're already being sucked.
whatever it is when you fail. So,
Mist starts pouring out the room.
as the power starts to coalesce in your mind, and you see your sisters, and then you look out at all these corpses and their various states of experimentation and being cut on or whatever happened to them.
And none of their eyes were there.
You feel something. And that semicircle, all those runes light up. And this weird mist starts to come out of the floor. And it starts to fill the room. And then all of the sisters turn and all of you hear that. And then the wailing starts to subside because
The wailing.
they just
No, the current no.
drift off and are still, and the power's gone and you're done.
This mist that started filtering, did it come from the bodies?
No.
Except from the floor.
Oh, okay. I think you did
We
it.
could
You
hear
sent
this
them on.
crosswalk.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
no longer stuck in their
I
bodies.
go out.
Good job.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's
Seriously.
cool. It's cool.
No, it's not cool.
No, she sent her
No, it's
sister
not
elves
cool.
on their way. They're now gone.
And now everyone here needs to roll a d8. You got a 5. You got a 2. You got a 4. You got a 8. And you got a what?
Oh, it happened in his room recently.
Nice. So, He ran out and said, "What the hell's going on?" It's cool. It's cool.
It's
I'll
Meanwhile,
with
the guy that always likes to make fun of the little person are in there setting up, getting ready for rest time.
Patty cake, patty cake,
When
bacon,
you get to roll me a d12.
Should have had a D12. 6, right in the middle. Let's hope that's good.
Ooh.
Ain't none of them good.
Roll me another d6.
Oh, D6.
Yeah.
Another D6, not D6.
Roll one D6.
2. So I rolled a D12, then a D6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so a 12, then a 2. Or a 6, then a 2.
Yeah. Okay. So now I need all of you to roll charisma checks, please. Starting over here.
24.
Over here.
It's 25.
29.
Oh, good. Oh,
A
good.
total of 6.
I'm not the lowest.
15, sorry.
Oh,
I'm not the lowest.
Oh.
Well,
I was like, uh-oh.
all right.
I made it. I
Oh,
So-
damn it.
Don't. It's because he's there.
I'm glad he's next to you.
It's a good thing you ran out of that room when you did.
Yeah, he would save your life. Think it's later.
The only thing they did was scream.
As they were going on to elf heaven. That's the way I like to think of it.
Or hell.
You're not there.
Could have been elf hell.
You're not there. You're on your own hell right now.
All right.
That's fine. I'm
With
fine.
a blue economy.
2 holes open up in the floor
Holy shit.
and appear
Get it? Holy shit.
those little flaming dwarf-looking dudes with metallic skin and they're
Aprons.
super hot.
Are those actually them? I mean,
Yes,
whatever
they are.
Can I see them measured? They look cool.
And
Oh, wow.
I need you to go ahead and roll a d10 to see if you're surprised.
Reaction bonus?
Yep.
That's cool.
10.
All right.
roll
You're
it.
not surprised. You hear a sound,
It's not
and you
like
both
that.
look.
It's like
The
your
hole
first
opens up,
example.
and these 2 things go
Mine was-
come out, and they look pissed off and mad.
Okay.
And I need
Blacksmith.
action. So
Move.
move,
Withdraw.
withdraw.
Looks more like a
Okay.
warrior's.
Roll initiative.
You know, it's going to be 6 damage.
Beat a 6.
9.
All right. Well, they get to go first.
They need to go first.
Nice. I'm gonna get all cut off tomorrow, so
Oh, are you?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to as well.
It's time to shed
Alright,
the winter
so-
coat.
Me too.
They both attack. You and you. So we'll start with you. They've got these little hammers, and he doesn't even say anything. He just comes up. You feel the heat as he threatens you, and he rolls and hits an armor class of 5.
And I go with my shield. Ting!
You block it. All right. Going on
Come
you.
on, a 1. Roll a 1.
Well, actually, you would withdraw on very fast,
Yeah.
and it just on its turn it moves up and gets you. And that hits
Roll
an armor
one.
class of 8.
8. That's a miss.
All right, they missed you. Okay, so now I need.
Can I say a word?
Yes, you can say a word.
Oh,
Enemies!
fuck!
You hear obvious bullshit coming from the other room. So now everyone gets an action, and we'll start with you guys because you're involved. You first. Oh wait, you said you were moving.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you moving to?
The hall.
So you
Yes, I'm
turn
well
and
aware of what's gonna
run.
happen. I'm well
And
aware
he
of
gets
what's
an
gonna
attack of
happen.
opportunity on you, and he rolls and hits an armor class of -2.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. All right.
Burn the cinders. You don't make it out of it.
So normally it'd be a D4, but with the extra flame, you take a D6. 2 points of Incus. Whack! On your way out. Oh, on my shoulder! And he comes around the corner. Ding, ding, ding. Or whatever he says. Alright, so now
Their
It
hammers.
was them, I swear.
The
that
war hammers
fucking
are the
yelled.
crematoria.
we do action, so you're first.
Cremated. Dust.
How far can I move on withdraw?
Half.
Yeah. I guess I'm running.
I'm sorry?
I guess I'm gonna run.
Run, okay, and then you.
I move.
Just to move.
I guess now next round actions?
Yeah.
Oh, guard.
I turn around, and if they come to attack, I attack back.
And then Garrett.
Attack.
And then 0.
Attack what? I heard some.
Actions.
I'm just saying, I don't know what to attack. I mean, I don't hear anything. Heard two people say ununderstandable word from the other room. I'm not going anywhere while she's in the room, so I'm, what do you call it? Not guard, but you said,
Ready?
I'm ready. And it's if they come within contact to
And your action is to...
attack. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, attack if they come within
And you,
contact.
since you're the furthest away. What's your action?
Uh,
You're still wearing the crown and you're not feeling so great.
I'm just gonna ready. If they get close, I attack.
Alright. Roll initiative. Dan. Beat a 7.
Oh, well, guess what, Kyle?
You're delayed.
No, 7.
Oh! Where's the...
Just don't roll a 16.
Aw. Smack him.
There you go. Smack that monkey.
Both of us roll d20s. This happens too. I gotta say.
No, you beat the cat, you smack the monkey. There's a difference.
2.
You beat
That's
the
to my
cat.
side. Roll another 20.
Don't roll.
7.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's a 5% chance, but it's a 5% I don't want to mess with.
Alright, so the one fighting you, it goes to swing at you. It misses. It hits the wall. You say, whoop, you duck. But it does not break its hand. Alright, and now we go to very fast. So you withdraw, or no, you
I'm
said
running.
you're running, okay? So are you just doubling your speed to 12?
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing you do is you leave the threatened square. It gets an attack of opportunity on you.
I see a
And
small
he hits an
thing
armor
come
class
around
of
the corner.
-4.
Oh shit, sorry.
That is a hit. You take 5 points of damage, and you're small, so I need to roll a d6. No, no chance of knockdown. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Where else?
I swing.
Where else?
Oh, whoops.
You have 2 more points of movement on this phase if you want to.
Oh, there.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then these guys are small, so they will move. They are not charging. Okay. And now we go to fast. Anyone?
Yep. Down and around the corner.
What is it?
And you move right up and attack
You
them?
okay?
All right. Roll.
Something going on back when they made camp. Should've stayed with
His
us.
armor class of -5.
That is a hit. Roll Jenkins.
11 points of damage.
Oh, do you wish this creature to die?
Yes. Total of 19.
Ooh. You wounded. It's looking on like it's the stab goes right through its belly as you go come around the corner. Now, unfortunately, you hit it with a weapon. The weapon needs to save, so roll a d20. This is a super weapon, however, so
14.
it's fine. But Skin Pierce was like, crap, that's hot. Don't roll a 1. Or
What's a
I
1?
die.
What's a 1?
Alright.
Good job, shenanigans.
Anyone else on fast? Nope. Average? Okay.
I get to make my second move.
Where do you want to go?
Temperatures went up over here.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's no problem.
What's going on?
Oh, those fucking fire creatures fucking showed up. They popped up out of
They
the
attack
ground.
You
you.
guys should stay with us.
So the one on the left,
It's all his fucking fault.
it's an armor class of 5.
I'm pointing,
That's a
brother.
miss. The one on the right, it's an armor class of 1. That's a miss. So So
Do I hear
you were
that?
able to deflect the blows. Clang, clang, clang. There's battle sounds coming from the corner.
Do I hear him talking to my brother?
When he went by, I said, "What's wrong? What are you running from?" He said, "It was fire demons."
What? I mean,
I said it was all his fault.
Yeah.
well, you tell me what you're paying attention to. Are you paying attention to
The fight.
You were getting ready. Okay.
The
So
fight.
then roll percentile.
Want to roll?
Yes.
59.
Okay, no, you do not. Okay, so the fighting's going on there. And now we go to, well, you're still on,
I'm on guard.
Okay.
We're ready to action.
So- does anyone do anything at the end of the round?
I get another attack doing that.
You do?
I
Which one are you hitting? The one you've already hit, the one that looks mortally wounded? Okay.
Minus 10.
Oh, that's a hit.
Physical damage probably murders it.
10.
Okay. So you stab it again. It's like and blood shoots out the back and hisses as it hits the wall. Roll a d20.
6.
All right. Anyone else at the end of the round? Any movements? Nothing?
I can't do a power because it's interruptible.
Correct.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll
And I've already,
deal with it.
taken it from the crown.
Yeah. I move to there.
Okay. Did you say something?
At this point, I've already taken off the crown.
You take off the crown. All right. And you stow it or you drop it on the ground?
I just hold it.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so that's the end of the round. So 2 points of fatigue there. 1,
Mike.
2, and I think you guys moved it all. So there you go. All right,
Those heads just moved.
next round, actions. You're up front.
If I'm moved.
Ein.
So I see him and 2 hits kill the one, right?
No, because you moved around after.
Okay, but I see one gone.
You see it laying on the floor,
Well,
all
yeah,
dead, with
laying.
little gouts of flame going.
Alright, attack.
Okay. 0.
Nothing changes for me yet.
Waldor.
I cannot see that part.
You can see if you're in that square. You can see Garrett, and there appears to be
He's
something.
fighting something.
Yeah.
Looks like he has well in hand.
I've got move to the corner.
Or the spear does.
You.
Ready. Anything threatening comes
All
up, I
right.
attack.
Roll initiative, Garrett. Beat a 3. All right. Little dude goes first. So the little dude.
I thought movement goes first.
Sure. Where do you want to go?
I moved to the corner.
Well, actually, he's small.
He's small,
so
and
he
he's
actually
one.
does
But his
get
attack.
No, actions go
Actions
before
go
movement.
before
Okay.
So, and I think I won initiative anyway.
Yeah, you did.
So,
Technically, both with 7 sitting on the floor.
he sees
No, because he won initiative.
whatever, his partner or whatever fall. He looks at you, and he is going to try to grapple you. So,
You see him
I
go.
thought his attack went up fast.
the first thing he does is he tries to get into your square. And your armor class with dex only is a what?
I got a 2 reaction.
So it'd be 8.
8.
Okay, he steps into your square. Now you both roll to hit. Armor class 10. First of all, did you hit armor class 10?
Oh yeah.
Okay, hold on. He hit armor class 10 as well, but your armor class is 8, so he actually missed, so he couldn't get a hold of you. Alright, so that was his turn.
Doesn't that?
So, now we go to you moving somewhere. You move up here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we go to fast. So you or you. You want to let him go?
Sure.
Okay.
I move up with that.
All right.
class 4.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
6 points.
And then have your weapon save.
I rolled right in the middle. 10.
That's still good enough.
Alright.
6 points?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Angus.
Nice. Roll a d6.
Me?
Yep.
Alright. 4.
Okay. Your turn.
On class of 0.
Roll Dinkus.
7 or 8, sorry.
You wish this creature to die?
Yes. 40 points.
Yes, all the time now, right?
Alright, it's looking real hurt. Save.
Can you not roll minimum damage, please?
Sorry, I saved.
Alright. So he's looking real hurt already. And then you guys, nothing happens to set your trigger. So anything else at the end of the round? Any movement?
Second attack?
Oh,
Your second attack? I don't have one.
armor class of 2.
That's a hit.
Sorry, coronavirus.
11 points.
Oh, how do you want to do that?
Stick it through his eyeball.
Okay. It makes this weird sound. And then as
And
it slumps
kick it
over,
off.
save.
2.
Oh, close. And you're-
It's like,
yeah. It's like, let me out, pull me out! And it sizzles. Says that you notice the tip is orange, as if heated in a very hot bellows.
Oh, God. Do I notice that too?
Yes. But you have defeated the things that you called because you guys are acting like fools.
I'm gonna go back around the corner.
They only showed up after
They're
the
looking
screaming
at you.
started. And I
Did
follow
you put
him.
that fucking crown on me?
Hold on, you were
What
where?
did you say?
You go all the way over here?
What happened
No,
was good?
no, she didn't.
She
Say.
just said
No,
yeah.
yeah, but she thought she did, but it was horrible, and I think that might have been the case.
What good happened?
What bad happened?
Attacked.
That was a different place.
And what was all the screaming in here?
They went on to their final resting place. They're now, their spirits are now in the Elven realm.
We gotta stop tinkering with the little shit. We got a big fucking goal. Stop with the little shit. Big goal.
This is how I learned to heal you guys, you know. The experimentation.
Hold on.
I don't know nothing about elves, that's why I wanted to get a look at the elf.
Look at her.
Yeah,
She's an elf.
I can cut it open and look at her. Learn where things are so I can better heal
Oh,
them.
look at her, how she is alive.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
Learn how
I
they
can't
live.
cut her. I have to learn more.
What about the reproductive system?
I was really hoping to understand why they couldn't have babies.
I don't
But-
care. I want to get the weapon and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's cool. We were stopping for tonight, so we're in here looking at stuff that's dead.
Yeah, and they're screaming. We can hear
Yeah.
it across the hall.
That I don't
Well, they're
think.
done screaming now.
I don't think she.
They got everybody's attention.
Well, why didn't they
Well,
show up in
everybody's
here
attention
if
is
this
dead.
was the cause of it?
Don't know why. Maybe there wasn't a hole in the floor like they popped out over there.
Maybe we weren't the cause of that, or maybe whatever we caused is still coming. Just saying.
Alright, meanwhile, you were going to do what?
Well, maybe this room's safe for the
I want
sleep
to
in.
come over and look at one of the bodies.
Unfortunately,
Was it just
No,
flame
this
that
character
seemed
has
kind of
ability to
dissipate, or was a real body
make
there?
them go away.
There's a real body there. It's warm to the touch.
I think about that for my next.
The liquid
And I
that's
wonder-
coming out of the corpses is warm, but it's cooling.
Well, see, that's why I asked. And this came from the floor. So they come out of the body, so I have a. You touch them. You can take that damage a hell lot better than I can.
You touch it.
Well, no, I'm still hurting from when I healed his ass the other day. I haven't gotten anything back other than no
Yeah,
flood.
I'm perfectly
I
fine.
can't take another hit like that. I keep giving you guys all my hit points. You touch it.
Alright, I come back into
It
this.
didn't hurt much, but it's no
I'm
problem.
right next to Gary, wherever he's going, I'm right next to him.
I'm not staying in that room.
Hang on.
Okay, so you head back over.
Hey,
You head back over
Garrett,
here?
Garrett, Garrett, wait, Garrett,
I'm with
So you
him.
allow anybody to stop
Garrett,
you?
hold
No,
on,
I
hold
do
on.
not allow anybody to
Okay,
stop.
do you try to stop him?
So far the room's safer. It's been proven.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then he
I'm
walks
right next
past
to
you,
him and I keep
and you're
walking.
following him around like a little chimpkin.
I go in there.
I don't follow. I'm
Volumir.
next to him.
Okay. And if everybody's good where they are, then so what do you,
Volumir.
hold on. Stop for a second. What are you doing over here? Just getting ready for a nap time? Okay.
Same.
And breaking out some hard rations.
Okay.
I go to rejuvenate.
So
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Go ahead.
I look at the bodies. Is there any of them that are intact enough? Like the whole skeleton there?
You would have to examine them. They're all cut
No, I
up
mean,
and
yeah, I know, but is there like legs missing from them?
No.
So
they're mostly
they're
cut
intact.
open in the torso.
Okay, alright. So Volumir, I hope you don't take this the wrong
What are you
way.
doing?
She's going to.
No, I'm not doing anything yet. I'm going to ask your permission. Would you have any qualms about me calling forth one of their bodies?
Yeah, no. Please don't. They're already down, let them rest.
Alright.
And then there.
It would be something there
Go
to
back to
help
hard
us.
rations.
Do they still have a mind of their own? Can they speak? Can they tell us anything?
No, their bodies are gone, but they would be able to fight for us.
I wouldn't.
This is what Garrett wants, is one of these dead things he's trying to stay away from. Martin them in the other room.
That too. That'd just be another thing to piss
We're
Garrett
not
off.
sure if that sting's
Well, I was
still
going to
on.
go ask Garrett.
We're not sure if that mist is still on. That mist is what controls it.
That's it.
I mean, it's unless
Well,
we,
I would have control over them.
not the mist decides it wants
Yeah.
control, because that's what
Have
controls the
control
dead
of the
body.
body.
It ain't a dead body. It's, I mean, it is, but it's being animated by the mist. That's walking around doing like all the other things we've come across.
So when I go up to one and I'm gonna like caress its head and like I don't know,
I'm waiting patiently to see what happens.
Yeah,
Kind
did you
of-
see any?
mentally
Mist
like
flying.
apologizing to her, saying that I'm sorry that this happened to you.
Up, but
Okay. There's a flash from the crown. Pow! Everyone say versus spells. Not only that are there, that can see this.
Yeah,
I made it 17.
18.
So, 11. I need 10.
Alright. So, those of you that made your save, you're just temporarily blinded. You, on the other hand, you don't act like you're blinded.
Damn, what the shit?
And as you have the crown in one hand and you start caressing the head of this one up here, the head lolls over and its eyes open up and it looks at you. And it says,
Rub my feet.
A little lower.
Your spatula soup.
it says, do not turn yourself over. We died for you. Remain at rest in the mountain.
Do we all hear that?
No.
We're just not permanently blinded from the light.
Do not
All we know.
yourself. That's it.
I don't know. Is it
What color were her eyes?
green? You feel like whatever it is waiting for something.
Wait, was she telling me to remain at rest in the mountain?
Sure seemed like it.
What's in the mountain?
If the dungeon master wasn't descriptive enough in his narration.
I got it. I just
Okay.
I asked what's in the mountain.
You are. And then their head goes and falls back over, and then you're like, you guys are all fine.
Wow,
What
that
was
a hell of a
that?
flash, man. What happened? Why did the crown flash like that?
Fuck my eyes.
Oh shit, man.
Blinded.
Blinded for a moment.
Yeah, fuck, man. There was a flash of light and I couldn't fucking see.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, we didn't either.
You're blind. That's why.
What
It's a
causes a
flash
flash
of
like
light,
that?
I
and then you
wasn't
don't see
blind.
nothing.
I wasn't blind.
So what happened?
Well,
Do I notice anything out
so
of
this
place?
one right
in-
here.
Make an observation check. Hold on.
And I think the other version of it.
Perception.
25.
No, nothing seems out of place. Go ahead.
So, this one right here, and I point to the one to my right.
Yeah, you were gonna touch her. What happened?
Well,
That's right when the
I
thing.
did.
That's right when the crown
I did. I
flashed.
touched her.
What happened? The crown flashed right when you put your hand on her head. That's why we're asking what happened.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, so whenever I touched her,
yeah. Does
I don't know
the
how
mist
it
come out and get
happened.
you?
I don't
Hold
know
on,
how.
pause. If anybody makes fun of her for fucking up what I just said, even though she wrote it down, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. No metagaming. You're trying your best, right?
What
Okay.
are we?
Go ahead.
What's the problem?
I've said what I said. Take it any way you want.
So
If you think that's
whenever-
directed at you, that's on you.
No, I just don't understand where we're even approaching anything that might be making fun of her.
Well, it's already happened, so I'm just nipping it in the bud right now. I don't want to run that kind of game. Anyway, go ahead.
Whenever I touched his head,
Yeah.
she seemed like she came back to life. She spoke to me.
Oh wow. Yeah, we got nothing of that, or at least I didn't see
You
that.
didn't hear anything?
All I seen was the flashlight, and I heard nothing.
That was it.
That's why I was asking you what happened, because I seen you touching the head or going to touch the head, and that's when the flash was. That's why I'm asking
I
what
didn't
happened.
even see
Okay.
that. I just seen.
Well-
Well, I seen that she was getting ready to touch the head or getting ready to touch the body.
all I,
I was
the
all
flash.
like, oh, is it going to shock her or whatever, because
No,
I was
no,
curious if the mist was still in them.
Nothing bad happened. It didn't hurt me.
So the mist didn't come out and get you.
No.
Well, that might
No.
be good, I
She
guess.
The mist
she
gone?
said
I don't know. It might just be her. That's what I'm afraid of.
she told me not to give myself up.
To who?
I don't know. She's told me to remain at rest in the mountain and that they died for me.
I thought
And
that
I
was
asked-
another version of
I
you.
asked, see, I asked who,
Oh, maybe she's thinking it's you. Like the thing in the mountain came
I
out.
asked who was in the mountain. She said I was.
So she doesn't
So
know.
I'm
So-
assuming
so
it's
are
that
these older
other,
versions. Of
I'm
you?
assuming it's that older version
Older
in
anyway.
the coffin. The coffin.
Or maybe that is you,
Well,
and
then
you
why-
awaken in the future a long time from now.
But why wouldn't they have
Do you know? Do you know?
But remember how
Do
they
you
were...
remember being birthed, or?
But do you remember how it's impossible she's pregnant, how she should be pregnant when they first ran into her?
Yeah.
So they would know that already
And
about
they
her,
even
and that
told
would be
me
her.
that the previous one was the reason that
Well, I remember you
place
saying she
was
betrayed you,
destroyed,
or
yeah.
betrayed them. Are
and
you her daughter then? Did she get released, and you're her daughter, and
just
now?
a reincarnation, I'm assuming.
So how were you? Do you remember growing up and stuff, or?
As a kid, yeah.
Where we're from.
I mean, that was
Oh, I'm just asking. I don't know. I
about
mean,
1,000 years ago. Like,
You always had a hell of a time where we're from.
I just, trying to put things together. Are you her daughter? Are you actually her? I mean,
I don't think any of us can
someone
answer that.
release you and put thoughts in your head and
what
make you
does she
think
mean,
otherwise?
give
or-
myself up? Who do I give myself up to?
I don't know. Well, you know when we used to talk about the baby, but that wouldn't be you. I don't know. We should tell the others.
Are you the new life form? Because you can have kids.
Yeah, but
therefore
we're not
you're new?
trading anymore. This thing's dead.
I
so
know,
It
but
shouldn't matter anymore, right? Unless it's another time frame we run this bullshit again. Maybe we'll have
Yeah,
more
but
answers for them.
why would it be saying
No,
that?
wait. How about this?
No idea. It was the dead talking to you.
My
What
God
the
isn't apparently dead.
hell? Well, not
because I
he
can
is
still-
here, but not in another realm. Maybe you're drawn.
I can still
I don't know.
cast prayers, but I'm just limited. Well, maybe Forsooth isn't dead either then.
Oh,
He's
I
just
see what you're
gone for a
saying.
while, and he's going to try for her again later.
Well, we're not hoping to be here later.
No, I mean like later on, and do you hear of God's dying, so.
Not really.
These were my sisters from this time.
Heroes never die.
This one
So-
was the green eyes.
Yeah, but
You could go examine one now.
There
This
used
just
to
went
be-
away.
there used to be a whole bunch of you, so wouldn't there have been a whole bunch with green eyes and purple eyes and red eyes? And,
Not from here in this
No.
time frame. Back where we're from, there are. Not necessarily. I don't know
Not,
about the eye
not
thing.
like me.
No,
I mean,
no.
female elf.
No, she said that at one time that mountain was like a conclave or a meeting place for all of your kind.
From here.
Right. So there was a whole bunch of
It was
them,
also
and they
for
all
dogs.
probably had same colored, like maybe they all didn't have the same.
But she
But-
wasn't here then.
I know, but I'm just saying that maybe these aren't the ones that we seen at the steps. These were ones that he brought here from maybe when they attacked the conclave.
I don't know.
Therefore, they think
Apparently,
that
I just
you're
need
the
to
one
try
in the
and not
mountain.
give myself.
I think it's more likely that these are them because the same number of them. We'll go look at the eyes. Are the eyes all the colors of the ones that were there? You can touch them now. It's okay.
Yeah, there's.
I don't want to play with that.
It didn't
Not
hurt
gonna
me
risk
that
it.
much. And besides, you're going to heal each other, so it doesn't matter.
Dude, I don't think I can.
Here, watch.
Let's just-
Open the eyelid. Nothing happens.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
See? She's opening the
I
eyelid.
try to touch it. 'Cause I think
You touch it.
See? It's done. She sent them on their way.
they won't be able to harm us anymore.
They haven't come in, so I guess they're
Don't
not
tell me.
bothered.
I'm on watch while he sleeps. We
Let's go
discussed
back
it.
and.
You can go back.
Well, I was gonna heal you some and heal me some before I go to sleep.
Here I am, baby.
So
We do need to go.
let's see how well this is gonna work, because I haven't tried calling upon anything yet. So I don't know.
So I'm going to the other room and I'll stuff with it.
You have any idea what the that thing with the stone with the symbols on it means? I mean, as far as
That's the gods.
that's the
That's
symbol
the names of the
like
gods. All
Oh, the
the
symbols
elven
are the
gods.
names of the
Yeah,
gods.
that's all the symbols for the different elven gods.
I see.
So I'm a god?
No,
No.
your name's not on there, is it?
I got a. I have a
You have a
symbol.
symbol. You have a tattoo.
Yeah,
somewhere on you?
but that's
Is that what you're
not
saying?
a symbol of a god.
Do you have a tattoo on you? On
No,
you,
That was on the table. With
Correct,
but do
it
you
wasn't on the.
correct.
do you? Yeah, but
Or at least I'm pretty sure that's not a
you're
symbol.
calling that your
of a
symbol
god.
on the table, correct?
Okay, no, that was just a symbol on the table.
Does it have anything to do with you? Other than you, we kind of think that might be your table if you're one of the
All right,
ones. that-
hold on,
I
wait,
mean, every
wait,
time
I don't want this to get too far.
Yeah.
These are tables.
Mhm.
This is something else.
That's
that
the
half.
stone with the symbols of the gods on it.
Correct,
Right, and it resembles the one in the mountain.
correct.
Correct.
This is the table where
She was.
she saw her symbol.
Right. That's
All
what I
right,
was
just
asking
making
about.
sure that,
That's what I'm asking about.
Yeah, I thought that.
Is that symbol on there yours though? I mean, is that symbol on the table have anything to do with you? Does it mean
Whenever-
something to you?
Whenever
Or have you seen
I
it
first
before?
put on the crown,
Okay.
my symbol was on the podium. that
Okay,
it
you
stood
said
on.
your symbol. That's what I'm confused
red.
about. Oh, just a red symbol,
like
not
the others,
necessarily
like
design.
The others, there was other colored symbols. Like there was green, there was orange, there was.
So
and whenever I put it on, that's what.
So there's a red dot on this table. It's okay. I didn't know if maybe you had a tattoo of something like this on you somewhere, or what made it yours. Just the fact that you have the red eyes, and we're kind of thinking you're the red witch or whatever. I mean, it makes sense.
I thought she was the white witch.
That was because she was white. That was before the learned found out she's got red eyes. They all have colored eyes, so that's why they were calling them the colored witch by the eye color.
I need you to make an intelligence check, please.
Apparently there was some lore about
19.
On to 30.
a white colored, they call anybody that has that power a witch. And she
19.
came into history as being a white elf witch.
I need
I think that's
you to make an observation check.
Natural 20.
Roll again.
15 plus 14, 29.
Oh, that's a fucking critical success.
Yeah.
So, she turns for a second, looks back and kind of whips her hair around.
Wait, I already know she has a tattoo on her neck
Mm-hmm.
that matches that symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I should know that too then if I've done
But
diagnostics.
I wasn't saying anything.
I've done many on
Well, you notice that it looks like that now.
Well, it's not a
Okay.
tattoo.
It's changed.
Hey. Kneel down again.
Have I never noticed this before?
What are
You've
you
never
putting in my
described
hair
it.
this time?
Nothing.
But it's
Like,
the
it's
tattoo's
not
there.
the
It's
time
whatever
for
she
hair
drew.
dressing.
That's not it. Just me. I can't quite see that high very well.
Okay.
What do you have? What's the problem? I've examined your body several times. What's
I
the
don't know
problem?
what he's doing. What?
What's the problem?
Just kneel
What do you-
down. Something,
kneel down.
something doesn't look right.
What?
In your neck. Kneel down.
I knelt down.
She has a little blemish back there.
Dude, your tattoo
You
is
have
different.
if I remember
I don't
right,
have
you
a
drew it.
tattoo.
It's like these round things.
Yeah, I don't have a tattoo.
So what are these
Or
round things?
Your
Is this a
birthmark or
birthmark?
whatever it is. It's different now.
The birthmark's
it
different than
matches
before?
this. Yeah, like I noticed this before.
Now I
What?
need you to make a wisdom or intelligence
Can I
on a
take,
D30.
if I take a look at the back of the neck, would I notice it's been different too?
Yes.
I go behind you. Let me see. I pull your hair away. Yeah, it's not what I remember. I mean, I didn't really give much detail to it, but it's different than it was.
18.
I
rolled a 3.
What?
The shape of it.
I don't have anything to
You
draw.
said
what?
it changed.
It looks like the note.
So
Okay.
Is there blood on the table? Like,
like
Which one?
it was
The one
different
we're standing
before,
next
but now it matches what's on the table, the symbol on the table.
the one she's standing next to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean us.
Her table?
Well,
Yeah.
she's right here. All
there
these
blood on that
tables-
table?
All the, yeah.
Well, I don't know
Okay,
if it could change.
I take
There's
out
a corpse on her too.
I mean, the
an
only
arrow,
reason I noticed it is because I put
and
your
I
hair
draw
up.
in the blood. Hold on. I draw what the symbol looks like now, to the best of my ability. What the thing on her neck looks like now.
Well, the blood's all dry if you remember.
Well,
the way
I'm
I
using an
described it.
arrow tip, so it should
like
still
chip
scratch
away.
It should scratch a symbol
Well,
out.
let's see how it turns
That's
out.
an arrow tip. I mean,
Make me a
and that's not saying I can't
make me a
necessarily
dexterity
draw.
check.
What a piss poor stat of mine. If I was able to draw, and I know you're doing to see if it works, and still, you go off strength. A check, I got 28.
Okay. He draws it and it doesn't. You're like. Doesn't really.
Does it look close to what I drew? I mean, what it is. Can you improve on this?
Like, is it anything in this room?
Here, let me cut it off, and I'll peel it back on later.
I want you to roll a intelligence on a 30.
30? Am I adding it to it?
Intelligence on a 30.
30.
Fuck!
You want a super high roll?
I want a successful roll.
30 is?
So
31.
the symbol on your neck matches the symbol on the table.
Does it? Now?
Yeah.
That looks like what I drew.
No, that doesn't look.
Yeah, it does!
Dude, that looks-
Everything that you guys just did is absolutely perfect.
I'm telling you, look at it. It's fucking identical copy.
And I just look.
Dude, that looks like something one of the children got me would scribble on their freaking crown.
You would know. Well, okay,
Yes,
so
I
we've
would.
confirmed that that's what it looks like now. Do you recognize? You said you recognize that, so you must know it's changed.
No, I didn't know it changed. It's a birthmark.
I'm sorry.
It's
You've
just
seen the
there.
symbol
Hey,
from
hey,
put
is
the
this
crown on.
symbol-
That's when you see
right.
the symbol. You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
I don't know. I can do that.
I know you can. I was like,
It was getting to the point where that'd be the simplest way to do it.
Yeah, no, I don't
mean,
pass
this
out
is-
the
Also-
machine or anything.
So that symbol, is it maybe on the crown
I think so.
somewhere, or?
I actually
Oh,
didn't
I'm
think
just-
to look.
Well, let's try looking at
I
the
just
crown.
looked
then.
at the podium.
Let's try looking at the crown and seeing if it's on the crown.
Is the symbol on the crown?
That's what
I
I'm
examined
saying.
the crown.
It is obviously not.
Is
There are no symbols on this
That
crown
was my
made
next
of
question.
crystal that you can tell.
Okay.
with your human eyes.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
the magic dude.
maybe
Examine the
with your
crystal and
elven
see if,
eyes.
I mean the crown and see if there's anything weird on it.
Okay, wait. Before I do this, I'm gonna heal you and me for
Yeah,
whatever I
that's
can
probably
in case
smart.
there's something fucked
I know.
up.
That's why I asked you to examine it.
Alright, so.
I'm not.
Alright. So I go over to you.
I don't think there's gonna be any symbols.
Except from whatever's not
Oh, Green Adam! I call upon your powers from beyond the grave or wherever you are at now to please conduct the powers of healing into this person.
Okay, hold on. Shh. What he actually said was,
Dr. Talking,
That's normally what I hear. I mean, I don't normally have my hand on the song.
I know. And also you realize that when you went to say Annam, you said Garl.
Garl.
You're dwarven guy. You're a little blue dwarven guy. I accept from whoever.
You get 5.
Oh, that's... Thank you.
I'll roll it with
Oh,
advantage.
5.
That's... Thank you.
Do you want the 1 or the 5?
That's the same thing.
Doing the 5 or the 5?
I prefer the first 5.
Do yourself.
All of a sudden you're like,
What's wrong? I felt it. It wasn't much, but it worked.
I think Adam's really dead.
Why do you say that, other than the fact that we killed him?
No, I think he's like gone. Which means I think Forsooth's gone too.
Well, you've said that a couple times, so I don't understand what's changed.
No, like
What's
gone.
changed in the
gone.
last 2 minutes?
I went to use Adam's name, and I called it out for Garl now.
Do you use a symbol when you cast?
Yeah.
What is your symbol still Annam symbol?
I mean, this is the symbol.
Okay,
I'm
I look
still
at the
using.
symbol.
I
Does it
mean,
look
I
different?
use the symbol to touch
To
it.
me?
It's the same.
I mean,
So
I
it-
use the
does it look the
symbol
same to you?
Yeah, I mean, right? It looks the same to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it worked. Something happened. Not much, but something.
All right. Well.
Comparatively. Here.
All right. Well.
Heal yourself.
So.
Physician healed it.
Rishnak Dun Gang Dagan Don Gal, and I cast Cure Moderate Wounds on me. For 8.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh wait, that's 9. That's a +1 unit.
Do I get a +1 too, though?
No.
Why do I not get a plus one?
Because I cast a different one.
You're about to go to sleep and you don't cast a good one?
He said,
All
fuck
right.
you.
I'm casting the same one on him again.
Fucking
Roshnin Bam Boom Bang Gar. And you get 4 more.
No plus one?
No. And then I'm going to do the same on me. Oh, I got 8 then. And I'm casting my last one on me. That one sucked. Alright, so I've used all my healing spells I've got.
Okay.
And,
Here, examine this crown.
boom.
Hey, let him examine the crown.
no, I don't want to touch it. Just hold it. So,
We know it's magical.
well, I know, but the only way I can determine certain things is by casting that same.
Oh. Well, what else might we need you to look at the same time?
Well, I want to look at everything in here.
Other than here, I mean, is there anything else?
We were wanting to look at those jars again to see if I could discern
What?
anything.
Oh, the
more
jars.
about- Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good idea. I pull them out, set them on the table, not in the dried blood.
So I still don't feel good. Here's the crown. I don't think it's gonna hurt you.
I don't know. It's I don't know. From the way it sounds, is that thing's an artifact from God, then I don't know. I would rather just not touch it.
It's been like 20 minutes. You
I'm
wake him up
looking
for the next
around.
one?
and We're still the only 2 in here?
It's been 20 minutes.
Well, it's been a lot longer than that.
We've been talking. It's been 20 minutes of talking and 20 minutes talking in the other room. Hours don't go by when we're talking. I mean, it's real time.
It's okay. Let me double check. We feel like it's not that we feel like we've been out wandering for a whole day. It more feels like we're not completely exhausted. We're just it's like we could use a break, right?
Yeah, it's the end of another cycle, so.
What he said to us,
Oh, so
like,
you
we're
guys
very
are-
hungry,
You guys are,
famished or something.
yeah, you're,
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the words he used.
okay, I did. Okay, that the way I interpreted it was
It's
midday,
fine. It doesn't
not
matter.
evening. Nighttime.
No.
So I misinterpreted it.
it's not a big deal. It's not gonna change anything.
No.
Alright,
Are,
so
are you examining it or what?
hold on. They were doing their thing, so I was waiting for them. So. Oh, great Garl, powerful! I call upon your greatness to bring forth the ability so that I may look upon items of magic and see what they are. I cast detect magic.
Well, it's the highest level of magic you've ever seen. Even higher than anything anyone carries.
Okay, so overwhelming.
Yes.
And the caster has a 10% chance per level to determine the sphere of magic. So
Roll percentile.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Percent.
Yeah. 4.
Damn, dude.
So even if it was a 40, I still would have made it. But I didn't roll a 4.
It has
Yeah.
multiple spheres.
You rolled a 4%.
Wow.
Necromancy, Divination, thaumaturgy, alteration, evocation.
Sad that I'm just thinking of Minecraft mods.
Necro, divination, thaumaturgy, evo. What was the other one I missed?
Alteration.
Okay. Yeah. And as I scan the room, is anything else?
I put these jars out on the table. Look, I scanned it.
Yeah, I got
So I
the
moved
jars
one
out.
to the front. And I go, okay. You wanted to try and look at these again, see if we got anything else. Jar number 3. You have these written down somewhere? I don't know what he has and hasn't. About
Jar
this.
number 2 is the only thing I had never figured out. So
Okay, so jar number 2 is there. That's that one there.
am I allowed to roll for jar number 2 again at this level? Or am I done permanently?
You can roll again.
Oh, 49, sorry. Which should still be under 50. Alright. Let's see. And that would be magic, yes, strength, moderate, and it's a liquid.
Which jar?
Jar number 2, I have
Okay.
magic, yes, strength, moderate, liquid. But I
I
have,
don't know what else you can learn.
well, no.
There's something
The
missing.
type of magic, or the,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the sphere of magic.
Alteration.
Was that the missing piece?
No. Was that number 4?
You said number 2.
Number 2.
Number
So is
4.
there 2
Number
of
4
them?
was also alteration.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure we had mixed it up. So that one's alteration as well as the 4th one.
Okay, what does that tell us?
It will possibly transform us in some way.
So
I can't tell you
it's hit and
how.
miss as to what it does, and whether it'll fuck us if we try to use it when we need it, because we don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it could turn
So
us
it's-
into rabbits, or it could turn us into fucking monsters.
Can you tell if any of them would harm us? Like, is one gonna kill us? What if it's
Oh,
a
no,
magic?
no,
What
no,
if it's
no,
a
no.
magic
I
poison?
cast detect poison all these earlier. And
What if it's a
that's how-
magic poison? Would you
and
be able
that-
to detect that?
Oh,
If it's magic?
that's how
I
I
don't know.
found out that number 5 is poisonous.
So why do we keep it 5?
In
I
case we can
thought
get somebody
perhaps
else
we
to
could
drink it.
coat the weapons at some
I
point.
coat
in
my
them.
weapon in poison. You here? Just is this it? 5? You said you sure it's
Yeah,
5?
number 5, yeah.
Here. I don't want to carry that anymore. If you carry it,
Alright,
it's not going to do me any good. I don't want to mix it up with another jar.
alright.
Aren't you gonna be resistant to that anyway?
Are we done with the crown?
No. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm
I think-
looking at the rest of the room. Bodies, tables, things on
Okay.
that one table.
There's very faint magic on the semicircle. And that's it.
Oh, so that semicircle's kind of glowing. But it's not very powerful. And
They lit up.
that would be a negative. I rolled 97, so I don't know what kind of magic it is, but it's of a weaker type. All right, well,
It's gotta
You
be
done with
something,
the
that's
right?
all I can do.
So, well,
Oh
bodies-
wait! I'm looking at her. You have your the one item on you still, right?
English.
Yeah, Angloche. I'm looking at that since it would light up too, since it's out in the open. Well, that really didn't tell me because I rolled 2, but it's. I should have rolled 1. 48. So.
And what are the levels of magic?
So it would be dim, faint, moderate, strong, overwhelming.
Strong.
Strong. And the sphere it is?
Alteration, obviously.
Okay, alright.
Hey, what about these things? Just like here, I pull out one of those crystals from the cave, from where our people were. Does
Does
this
that
thing
line up
radiate
as
magic at all?
magical?
Very, very faint.
Alright, so dim.
Hmm.
Alright, and
Is there a type? What's the type?
25.
Is there a sphere of protection?
Yeah,
That's it.
I believe I have that.
Alright, let's put it up.
That's a really good sphere.
Okay, Mama's got to go to sleep. Rest a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a long
Let's try
day.
some meat before we go to sleep.
Yeah, I have some rations in my pack.
So do you go back over there?
Go into
All
the
right.
room. Eat a little bit of rations. Go to
So when you
sleep.
get in there, you can see Garrett. It's been about 25 minutes, so you're just like you roll over and you kind of open an eye and look and you're sitting there
I'm
just
looking.
kind of keeping watch. And you said you grab a bit of food and set out your bedroll and go to bed. What are you guys doing? Same or?
Does Garrett look like he's asleep?
Hey, Gary.
Did you go back in the
When you
room?
make
Where
your
are
way
you
over
laying
there, it
down?
Did you go
looks
back to the room? Because I was going to
Yeah.
talk to you.
Oh, well, if you want to stop.
Well, Steve Burke, what we were talking about.
Alright, so I
Where do you
stopped
want to
it.
be? Here?
That corner, yeah.
Okay.
He stops me when I
And
go to bed.
Cobb.
We were talking. I was going to
Yeah.
talk to him in the room when you went to bed.
Oh, okay.
And you went to them, so.
On the entrance.
Hold on. Go ahead.
So I was saying on the entrance.
Here?
Yeah, right
Okay.
there. I'm literally like this.
Just kind of leaning?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that? Like back
Yeah.
against the wall? Okay.
Yeah, exactly like this.
It's hard to stay awake, but you're trying.
Anything else in here? Anything else? I mean,
I need to make a check of them.
Do you have anything else maybe you want me to look at?
yeah, these witches probably had some magical one or something. I mean, well, you didn't see anything. How do you see magic? What happens when you cast that?
It
What
kind of,
tells you something's magic to look at it? I mean,
it glows.
oh,
in
really?
varying
So,
degrees.
so you would have seen, if anything else was in this room glowing, you'd have seen it.
Well, if it's hidden underneath clothing, maybe not.
They don't have any clothing on, correct? Cup? And they're naked in various sections of being dissected.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Mostly, as you look at them, it's mostly their torsos.
That are,
Like open.
okay.
So,
All in the same spot?
No different.
I think he was trying to figure out why they can't give birth.
Or he's creating one of these monsters, like the thing with the tentacles isn't natural. That's
Yeah,
something they
but
create.
he would have removed their arms and
Well, he
legs.
was in the process of doing something.
Right. No, I agree, but I think he was trying to figure out why they can't bear children.
Why would he
Like,
care about that? He creates monsters to go fuck with people. Why would he care why they can't? He killed them. Why does he care about why they can't barely kill them? I mean, seriously, it's beyond worth at this point. They're dead.
Because maybe he attributes that to the fact that,
Why the elves are wiped out?
stealing their, lives from humans or something, maybe.
That's really like Twizzlers.
I mean, I don't know, but it just seems
Those
really
are
weird
awesome.
that it's all in
The
that kind of
strawberry
area,
I hate the cherry.
Or maybe he was trying to grow a child
General cherry
and
is
cut
fine.
this thing, and then
I like
cut
cherry.
what he did
Across the board.
out of them.
Across the board.
And that's
Well, they're not
why
all in the same spot though. They're cut up in all different spots. So
So,
I mean, that wouldn't make sense. I mean, if he's learning at least to
no.
like this,
I
he would
mean,
know where
if
the
he
baby
implanted something in them to try to grow, maybe it was like moving around in them. He had to
that
cut
would
them
be
open until he
weird.
found
But
it.
yeah, I got you.
So, I don't know. I'm just.
Do you want to examine them, see if they got anything on them that might be magical that you can't see? Like apparently that magical mist ain't there anymore. So.
I mean, they're naked. What am I gonna? What did they hide something
don't know.
inside themselves or something?
I don't know. I'm just asking you before you leave.
All right. So while the spill's going on still, I'm gonna kind of
I can't see what you're
I
saying.
guess
That's
I'm
why
gonna-
saying.
try to look over them more carefully to see if anything on them glows. Like, I guess I'll try to pull an eyelid up to see if their eyes are magical or.
Nope. No.
So I pick one of their eyes up. See
How much time do you want to spend on this investigation?
Well, let me see here. I have one turn. of duration, so I'll spend the turn fooling around if you're gonna stay in here.
Are you doing a quick examination or any type of thorough on any one individual?
I'm gonna do a thorough on the one that's the least mutilated.
Well, that would be the second one on the left.
All right, and if I have time left, I will go to the one that's most mutilated.
You do a thorough investigation. Roll me a d6.
A 1.
You're very, very sure after you proceed to do a thorough investigation, which involves cutting open, removing things, that there's nothing that has been hidden inside of this one's living space. And your spell runs out.
Okay.
I'm just happy to say you found a secret.
While you found something hidden there.
So let the record show that body number 2 on the left is in much worse of a corpse than the others. Because you did a thorough investigation.
I observed. Yeah, okay, let's go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna, before I go in there, I'm gonna like
See what else.
take some water and try to get what I can off my arms and stuff.
Okay.
Try to,
Roll
so
me,
I'm not
roll me a 20.
a 10.
What's your observation score?
Oh, that is a 24 total.
Okay. All right. So you guys go in the room.
Yeah, I go with him.
I'm curious if Garrett is
What's up,
awake
Slim?
or sleeping.
She is awake. He appears to be asleep.
I really don't want to not use this spell before I go to sleep tonight.
What spell?
I have an animate dead spell. There's that body there.
Are you trying to get rid of it?
Well, yeah, I was going to use it. And then
There's
we
that
had
body there. What are you fighting to?
The ones in the hallway. The ones in the front
Two
of the
fire
door.
sluggies that he killed.
So they're not burning anymore, they're just corpses now? Is that what they are?
Mhm. It'd be an extra cannon fodder at least. I'll have it
I
back
understand.
tomorrow.
It's better than the elves, so might as well.
I just want to make
You
sure.
can hear this conversation, by the way.
I just want to make
Okay,
sure
no.
Garrett
It's
was going to
different.
be
It's
okay.
different than
sleeping
her elven.
peacefully.
It's different than her naked elven sisters.
I
So
I
don't
understand,
think
but I
don't
didn't
think-
know if Garrett might have an issue with it.
Well, he might,
You hear it as well.
and you'll know in the morning.
Let them talk.
In the meantime,
Alright.
I see the value.
Why would you want to reanimate it before you go to sleep?
Because I will get this in the morning again. After I pray in the morning,
And there
I'll
could be two
recover
of these
these.
dummies running around in front of us to kill things.
I don't know. I'm going to bed, so
Good night.
that's up to you guys.
Alright, so I go over to the one and I'm
Can you put
like,
the crown on and sing us to sleep?
Probably.
yeah, then we won't wake up for the final.
Sleep, yeah, for eternity.
Yeah, okay.
I obviously don't keep the upkeep on the other thing tonight. I'll start it up in the morning again. There's no point in keeping it overnight. I wish there was some sun around though.
Alright, so
I get some rations before I go to bed too.
I go back in the other room and I grab a piece of bone.
Okay.
Then I come back in here and I take my finger and I take my dagger and I poke my finger with my dagger. I drop a drop of blood on it.
Is this the dagger with the holy symbol on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cut a piece of flesh off of the creature.
Okay.
And then I take the bone shard and I'm in my hand with the holy symbol and I'm like, I call on Gaul! and the power of death that you instill to bring these creatures back to life.
Oh, you're awake now.
And then
So loud.
Roll a d10.
Do you have to shout when you
No.
go? Wow.
so the bone shard, I'm assuming, will disappear. It doesn't say it's there, so normally it means it disappeared. My drop of blood should vanquish, as well as the piece of skin.
Okay.
And with that,
Dan finally gets his pet.
I should get 2 of them, maybe.
Tomorrow morning.
So,
Wait, you think you can get them both tonight with one thing?
yeah, possibly. The
that'd
priest
be
can
good.
animate 1 skeleton or zombie for each level he has attained. And creatures with more than 1 plus hit dice are animated. The number is determined by the monster hit dice. Skeleton forms have the hit dice of original creature, while zombies have 1 more hit dice. Thus, a 12-level priest can animate 12 dwarven skeletons or 6 zombies. 4 zombie gnolls, or thus. Note that this is based on the standard racial hit die norm, thus
Okay.
a high-level adventurer.
Alright.
So a skeleton or zombie of 1 or 2 hit dice and without special class or race, the caster can alternatively animate 2 small animal skeletons.
Is it based on caster level or the spell level?
I believe it's based on caster level.
Alright, well anyway, you do that. And do you guys do anything after that?
We go to bed. After I'm done eating.
So if I could do it in the room, I might
Each
have been
experience
able-
level, okay.
I might have been able
Yeah.
to get several of them.
Okay.
There was only 2.
Alright, so.
No.
You mean the...
Yeah, if I...
Yeah, but that's her sister.
Yeah, I know, but,
And they're
but I didn't
nude,
know she
And then
considered
there are no
her-
clothes around.
No, this is out of game. I was just saying that I could have got more, I thought.
Our game is the same as the other.
Okay.
I understand what you're trying to do,
Some people, like
but aren't evil like the
it,
Indian.
No, some like the Klingons, it's a husk.
All right, so-
You see.
The spell works. And slowly you see this thing start to twitch and move. When you finish the spell, it kind of turns and looks at you and then stands up.
That'd be cool if
So
it
the
started to
second
catch
one
fire
doesn't-
again.
It does not. This is a 5 hit dice
Okay.
zombie.
No, that's fine. Okay.
And you also need now to do me a wisdom check
On a 10 or 20.
on 20.
10, so 25.
Okay. You may proceed, sir.
All right. Protect the opening from anything trying to come in. Hey, don't let anybody try to leave this room. And let anybody who goes to watch know the same thing.
The fuck did I just witness?
You witnessed that becoming cannon fodder for us. Or ballista fodder for us.
I smell the burnt dwarf.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Alright, and then you guys go to sleep now?
Hey, you think if you lit them on fire again, they'd stay lit? That's kind of cool.
No, I think that's pretty
Yo.
much past.
Hey, lit thing.
And it's not, it's
All right.
a pound sign.
I know.
Alright, I go to bed.
Alright,
Yeah.
everybody goes to bed.
I know.
weird-
You order him to
That's not. It's because it makes a V,
guard.
but
So when
this
he's
is a square.
when this thing's standing there, do you?
Oh no, Cobb. He's
Oh,
like
okay.
there. Yeah, he's
You put him wherever.
Yeah, he's
You go ahead and go
I
to bed,
shake
or
my
you stay up
fucking head.
anyway.
I look at it and I shake my fucking head.
Yes.
And once when I feel like it's my turn to turn in, I go over to Garrett and I
Does it matter where you go to sleep, Zero?
You're my brother.
Well, he's been on watch, so are you
Well,
staying up
he
for
had
him?
stuff somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would.
Where-
that's
where'd
where we'd
you
be
stop?
camped out.
In that corner.
Okay.
Why
All
not?
right. So
And
you
I-
go and wake him up, and some time has passed, and so you feel like some time has passed.
I just shake.
What?
And I point into the opening.
You grab my spear and jump up?
No, it's not an enemy.
What do you mean?
It's not an enemy. Is it visible? Is the creature visible?
Yeah, it's just standing there.
Okay.
Doing what it was ordered to do, because he said it out
The
loud.
priest animated that thing and brought it back to fucking life and has sent it to watch us.
The other one's still here, dead, everywhere we remember killing it. So. And there's what's his name sleeping like
It's
kind of like just 5 feet away from
apparently
him. And he's
it's
got this fucking stupid look on his face, like for the first time in a long time, he
Okay.
feels good and he's peacefully
So he wakes-
sleeping with this shit-eating grin on his face.
He wasted a spell on that. When I could have taken a healing spell because I'm down so fucking much.
Oh, I know.
But he
Okay,
wasted
I
on
need
that
all of
thing.
you roll d10s
Oh, I
that are
know.
asleep. And you'll tell me if you get a 10.
I got a 9.
2.
I think that's a 2. Yeah, 2.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. Go to sleep.
Alright. And I go lay down.
Alright.
The one that's still laying there,
Mm-hmm.
is that cooled off?
So you go up there. Sure. It seems to be.
Okay.
I mean, you haven't like thrust your hand
Well, I'm
down
gonna
into
touch
it,
it.
but when you touch it, it's cool.
Alright, I'm gonna pick it up. Can I pick it up with one hand?
What's your,
18 strength.
yes. I mean, I don't think you can necessarily hold it up here forever, but you
Okay.
can certainly
But-
drag it very easily
Pick it up with my
if you
blood.
want. Yeah.
Quick luggage.
You take it.
It seems a little heavier than it should be, but other than that,
I'll take it
so you
over.
just drag it somewhere.
Yeah, put it over here in this other room.
Okay. You put it over here?
Yep.
Where?
Right in there.
Just here?
Yep.
Hey, make me a perception check, please.
24.
Alright. And then you do what?
Go back.
Okay, so when you go back, this thing doesn't seem to acknowledge your existence either way you go. So what do you do then?
Just go to the corner and stand
Here?
my post. Yep.
Or okay. So, and then do you watch for a good long time, or do you wake somebody up after a
I'll
certain
take
amount
my
of time?
watch.
Okay. And do you wake someone up ahead of time, or no? You just
Nope.
stay up. All right. So after some time, everyone wakes up. You're not sure about day or night or what have you, but
Where is Garrett when I wake up? Is he still
right where he wanted to be.
I'll look at you. I'm like, when'd you get up?
So everyone starts moving.
Been up.
Why?
Those of you that slept,
Do my normal morning ritual.
I go over here in the corner and I pray.
I walk up and I'm on the opposite corner that Garrett is. Right in the doorway. I look, is that thing still standing there?
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's moved. It looks the same.
I got rid of the other one.
Oh, that's good.
Things sitting there basically rotten. We just don't need something dead
What do
just
you think
staying
this
right
one's
there.
gonna do?
I know. But I didn't see any point of leaving it just laying there. It was like garbage laying there.
Fair enough.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing health-wise? Let me look at your wounds. Is that all right?
And while
Hold up.
35, sorry.
Okay, so while he's doing that, you're doing something?
yeah, I'm just informing these two what happened while they were asleep. Like what happened with the crown and the flash.
Yeah, just
I'm
side
at
note,
42%
I was
health.
on guard. You would have noticed that.
Yeah, but I didn't see you. So I didn't know.
I was in the door when you walked back into the room.
I didn't know you were awake whenever I was
I
doing
know.
all of
No,
that.
you're good. No, that's not what it was. Go ahead, sorry.
So whenever
Sorry.
I walked in there, yeah, I saw that you were
Yeah.
awake. But
I wasn't asleep.
I
I know.
So
everything.
as
Sorry, go
you're
ahead.
examining him, you are saying what to them?
I tell them what the green-eyed witch said while they were blinded.
Would you like to roleplay it, or do you want to fast forward? Now, obviously, when you fast forward, I roll, and then if you fuck up, you don't know that until I say, "Oh, no, you didn't know that."
I'll roleplay it.
Okay, great.
So,
I'm gonna get a drink of water.
well, whenever you were asleep, and I came through, I thought you were asleep, but I don't know if you heard anything, so I'm just gonna tell you anyways. I had touched one of the witches to see if the mist would come out, because, I mean, me also being one, I figured if I touched it, nothing would happen. Well, something happened. Apparently they got blinded
Yeah,
by
the
a
big
flash
flashlight.
from the crown.
From the crown.
And
Always.
the witch awoken and looked at me.
The dead one.
Yes. Yes, she's still dead.
Yeah, let her finish. It answers your questions.
So she told me not to give myself over, not to give myself up. And that they had died for me, and that I needed to remain at rest in the mountain. And I asked who was up in the mountain, and she told me that I was. So do you remember the dead red witch that I was telling you about in the coffin in that secret room? I think that's what they're trying. That's what she was meaning. So I'm thinking if I gave myself up, she might awaken.
But every time that I've heard somebody's giving themselves up, they're sacrificing themselves for something else. And I'm against that totally.
Well, I'm gonna have to try not to, even if it is for Vasula. I'm gonna have to be careful. Because if I take one wrong step, it's all gonna be over.
Where's he at?
Well, I don't know, because whenever I went through the thing, that you guys closed the door, he didn't come through.
He never followed us.
He never came through.
We didn't close the door.
No, he never followed us up. I don't know where he is. We haven't had him since we got up ship. He stayed behind for whatever reason. I don't know. You know him. He does what he wants. That's
True.
his way.
He's probably waiting for us.
I don't know. Maybe he died when the other two died too. You know, when the guy and the Brazilian here died.
Forsooth.
Forsooth, I mean.
I don't think he's dead.
I'm just saying. Old people, relatives seem to have died at the same time.
I don't know if it's just the baby or what, but I don't feel like he's going.
Man,
Huh?
hold down on me.
He holds on us every week.
I don't want a bunch, just like this half.
This is half of it.
I don't have that many cookies, so.
You have a store full. What are you talking about?
I gotta pay for those.
Well, you just go by the shelf,
Whatever
rip
you're
one
about to
open,
say, the
and
answer
when
is
it closes
no.
back up, leave it on the
No.
shelf. Happens every day. How do you think someone was going to
You accidentally drop the box gets dented, you gotta go take it to claims.
Oh my
And I'm gonna step out here to real life. I call shenanigans.
On me?
On you.
For what?
Well, you just
Monday or Tuesday down there. That lady come up to you with that little spice thing that was open.
Yes?
You said, that's cool. So I don't see that there's an open cookie package there. You'd say that's cool.
He's got.
That made no sense.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah, what you said you wouldn't do, you did apparently with spice.
I didn't eat the bay leaves.
But you said it was okay.
Well, she was giving me a damaged product. Okay, that's
There'd be damaged products all up and down the cookie aisle.
you got your legs on backwards.
And wherever else. There was something bad that's worth eating.
So that's why all the toilet paper's missing. That is all the damaged products.
Who unpeeled this banana, ate it, and then tried to put the banana peel back together?
Watch on camera.
This
I
has
bet you ate it all
obviously
in one
been
bite.
super glued and stuffed with paper.
I mean, all you gotta do is cut off the top, leave it out.
When?
And then if you want to make it look
banana.
back, you
Show us
can
how that
blow it back up.
Show
Is that
those
the day they
hand
were out of cucumbers? Maybe they didn't eat the bananas.
gestures. How did those hand gestures go?
Oh yeah, you want to see that again?
Like squeezing
That's what I
and then
thought.
sticking around.
Anyway, what were you guys discussing? Are you done with that?
Yes, yes. I
And
told
did you
him.
roll your? What were you doing? You were checking him, but were you doing a thing?
I was doing diagnostic. He told me how much.
And
And then I was waiting for you to get done to say, you know, I should have took your life last night because then I would have gained all those points back. So do it now, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then we still would have been waiting here until the next night. I mean,
Well, I mean, I could take some
Everyone
of
gets a
your-
hit point back, by the way.
I could take some of your life pass on.
If we're listening, eh?
I'm still down
I
quite
am.
a bit.
Okay, 43% now.
You're 46, then you go to 42.
42.
times up.
Oh, no. I already, I put you
Yeah,
at
you're
that level
tasty.
last time, so I'm kind of. I don't have anything to give you right now. Should have heard you last night, but you were asleep. For some reason.
let's
Tired.
let's get the weapon. You gonna do your map thing?
Yeah, if we're ready to go, I'll go ahead and start it up.
Did you get your praying in already?
We would have waited.
You can see that he is
Oh,
still
In
the supplicant
Do you
formation,
want to wait till he's done, or do you
asking
want
for
to activate
mana
it now and just hold on
from
to
his
it?
god.
Well, what was it? Yesterday it was done when we started doing it? So I thought it was done already. No?
No.
I'll wait till he's done. Just in
Okay.
case. If it takes an hour or two, that's an hour or two I gotta pay for it, so.
Yeah.
He's done.
Alright, I'm gonna, same thing as yesterday, this is just on no course. I remember the picture, the snap.
Hey, hold on before you.
I was gonna say, what? He'll probably turn around and say something. So before you get
Fine.
going,
Oh. Alright, so I turn around and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Alright, well.
That's what happened.
Alright.
What God did you answer for?
No, it's just,
Is it Carl?
it's
Today-
just
today's
weird
Steve.
shit. It is weird shit. Alright.
what did he say?
It's just weird shit. It's things are
You got a new god now?
rearranged.
Oh, that was yesterday.
So,
You can't just switch off like that. That's not how that works.
It is when they decide that's how it works.
alright. First thing I need to do is take care of you. Alright. So,
That should be the last thing of the day.
is it the same list?
yeah.
Okay.
Watch,
So I,
You don't know what the list
you might
is.
need it, you know?
Hmm?
Right? I was gonna say, why don't you just wait, but you might need it before, and I can't do anything about it right now.
and then my second question is do you want me to animate that other thing? Where did it fucking go? It didn't get up and fucking walk off, did it? I hope it didn't get up.
Did
and
it
walk.
animate itself?
What you talking about?
The other body that was
Oh, the
there.
dead thing that was laying on the ground right where we were going to sleep?
Yeah, I was.
I tossed it in the other room.
Alright, well, you have a problem if I animate that one for help us out?
They'll fight for us and walk up front.
Yeah.
Sounds been described to me.
Take most of the
We'll
blood.
see. Well, whatever.
He put one on
Can't
my
be any
last night.
slower
Did you
than
see
it
it?
is.
Yeah, let me walk right past and walk
Yeah.
through. It didn't even do
It's
nothing.
us, though.
It doesn't know
That's
me.
what it
He told them.
does. He said guard this hallway so nothing can come in.
But
And I walked out and I walked
I thought
back
the same
in.
thing when you walked out and wait for it to fight you.
Well, he was supposed to tell you not to leave, and
How well that worked.
He wouldn't listen anyway, so I just left it out. I wouldn't have listened if I wanted to leave either.
He secretly will wait and see what happens.
Because I can get past it without a problem.
So would you like me to try to heal you when I can? I can keep a couple back.
Well, I keep a couple just in case, because we don't know what today brings.
Well, I know, but the way I'm looking at it right now is if I can heal you now, and I can heal you a little later maybe still, but if it comes to it, I can't really heal you during battle.
He said that his God's changed, and whatever is going on, apparently he had access to, he cast just about anything he wanted that he knew about. And now, like, in the morning, he has to decide, well, I'm going to cast this, this, and this today if I need it. He can't choose from that bigger pool anymore. So am I describing it right?
Yeah.
So apparently that's changed with whatever
So wait,
we got.
instead of healing us, you'd rather animate something, bring something back to life.
No, in that ranking a spell, I don't have anything to heal you. So it's not.
He healed me several times last night, I tell you that much.
I would have helped heal you, but you were
He
asleep.
healed
I
himself
wasn't going to wake you
more
up.
than you know.
But I figured I'd just do it this
Obviously,
morning.
because the background people need it more.
You know, he was awake.
Obviously.
and Whatever. So would you like it?
Sure.
Okay. So I come over. And then Nomish. Maschlundang ding und Olin. Heal! And touch my belly some more. You get 11 points back.
Holy shit. Thank you.
Natural.
Yep.
Nice.
So,
Better than this.
and I'm going to do that one more time. And you get 7 back.
Thank you very much.
That leaves me 3 lesser ones throughout the day. And do you want me to go ahead and give us another frontline member then?
If you believe that'll be beneficial.
That's what I took.
I
so-
just,
He can't do anything else with that. He took that spell like that. You memorized it this morning, or whatever you do to take it. He ain't got a
I had
choice.
to pick it.
That's all he can. That's all he can cast today is that type of.
I don't really
thing, you
have
know what I
any
mean? An hour
offensive
later.
spells, and I don't really have a lot in that area that can be useful. So I know today that that thing would be there waiting. So I took it so I could add us more fighting ability, or at least something to take some hits so that, you know, and
Because in
then
every single fight that we've ever been in, everything we want to fight focuses on the little and the weak, not what's right in front of its face. Hurting it the most.
That's good to a cold person. You remember that?
so you go grab that thing?
I'm just gonna walk over toward him. So
I walk past the one that's still standing in the doorway.
What's up, Freddie?
well, come follow me as I look to it. So I go over there to that other one.
You're basically in control of it, so.
Yeah, I know. So I go over into that room. Is anybody following me?
I don't know. It's
I'm
up to
not.
them.
Is anybody following me? No. So I want to take a piece of bone again from one of the pieces.
Okay.
And I cut a piece of flesh off of that.
You don't need
And
this more.
Same thing. I poke my finger and drop it on it, onto the piece of skin, and I take the piece of bone and I call upon Udlin to bring your powers of darkness down on this creature and bring its body to animate again in my control.
Why does he holler all the time?
I don't know.
Fuck, that we're gonna fix it. No.
You see the eyes.
I didn't hear Carl.
Wait, I was about
Yeah.
to say.
We're in the other room.
Oh,
Well, we can still.
Yeah, but
I said I walked past. I said I'm in the hallway. I said I was in the hallway. 'cause
You
I
can roll
walked past
percentile if you want.
There's another one.
Sure.
Or just roll a d20, that's close enough. Lower the better.
3.
2? You wanted a 1. You're close. So you heard him go, because, you know,
So,
distance.
I heard
Meanwhile,
Carl.
you're in the hallway, you hear,
Alright. But they talk about Carl. Do I know Carl? I think about my religion and...
Do you know?
you can make a
No,
religion
Carl.
check, but there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, I
because-
bet. I
I'm
bet.
speaking in gnomes. To
So
be
tell me
But
what
we,
your total...
earlier we were talking
speaking.
about Carl, didn't we?
Yeah, but I'm speaking in.
But no, I'm not saying
gnomes.
like now.
Oh.
No, you're not. I'm speaking economy-ish.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying earlier, didn't you say you were worshiping Garl?
Yeah.
Like, but in our language?
Yeah, I call him Garl in your language.
Yeah,
but
so I'm asking about Garl.
Go
I
ahead,
know this new
roll.
guy.
Give me your total.
28. Sounds familiar, but not quite there.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Now.
Now you have 2 zombies. 2 special zombies.
Can you control when you wake up? When you do that run pull a dead thing?
So you walk back in the other room, and there's these... What do you do with the... you have the other... What do you do with the zombie you just animated?
Follow me.
Okay. It follows you.
So they're gonna follow me around then.
Like I said, you're in control of it, so you're going to have to keep track of all these people that you're making. So...
I had
This is why I want to create an
Yeah, no,
animation.
seriously.
Huh?
Chode from
Dave, yes?
Dave.
I had asked him about followers and everything because he said that once he had followers, but something happened and all of his followers died because he didn't feed them or they got attacked. And,
See, I don't have any of those
And then-
problems with feeding my army.
and well, with me, I have to build an establishment.
Yeah.
Like,
I do when I get real followers too, but these aren't followers.
no.
I can have followers, but I want things.
So yeah, I pretty much told Chode, like, yeah, no, never mind. Fuck the followers.
No, followers are a real hassle. Unless
Yeah.
When you start getting a bunch of followers, then your game is basically in.
Followers can be a real hassle. But they can also be super duper rewarding.
That
Yeah.
I know it's
It's like,
attacking.
Well, alrighty.
Frontline followers are pretty fun.
Saturday, we may have 1 or 2 more people. Hopefully.
We'll see.
I gotta talk to them about it. They seem interested.
Alrighty.
Someone I work with that plays D&D too.
You told us that.
Yeah, he plays on Medicine. Is very interesting.
Nice. The
Well,
more the merrier.
his is more Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Hey, it's all good. As long as-
3.5.
as long as people
What
are
version of Pathfinder?
interacting with real people, and
I don't know, I didn't know.
Pathfinder 1
That's why I'm glad my
is
son
based on
wants to play.
3.5,
It's like,
but
oh, cool,
after
so
that,
he's not
Pathfinder's
100% addicted.
Actually, Pathfinder
It's
1
like
is
their own
3.
thing.
My 2 sons,
Yeah, 1 then 3.5.
they did all the
and then
Halo
it
stuff
devolves
online.
into its own
They played in
thing.
tournaments.
Oh, cool.
So it made me feel better when they become total nerds and they were playing 5th edition hops.
You said right on.
I'm like,
Alright, I guess we're done. Randy, we'll miss you next week, but
You on vacation next week?
huh?
You on vacation next week?
Next Wednesday
said you
night,
got
my
family coming.
grandkids are coming to town.
Oh boy. Good luck.
Just your grandkids, you know.
Yeah, who needs those?
They live in
Come
California.
early.
Huh? They live in California. I know
That's their problem.
Oh,
That's
how old are they?
joke.
4 and 6.
I feel bad.
See, I
for
can't
the
wait
little 4-year-old
till my
that
my
niece
needs-
dog
is actually old enough to interact
She's
with.
the only female on the planet.
I will
who loves
see you
whenever
next
she
week.
wants.
So when they go to bed at 7.
we premiere on Friday nights now.
7 here is 5 their time.
But it's still 7 here.
So they're not going to be asleep
It's still
till
9 o'clock
7
here. Are they driving in or flying in?
We're flying.
Oh, they'll have jet lag.
So, yep, my grandson, he's a little chucklehead.